Hello, everybody! Welcome back. We're here. I put a little bit of Irish on that. That was fun. Might be my new hello every time.
Welcome.
Hello, everybody!
Can you guys see? Can you guys see me? Okay.
Yeah, we got a good. Although, if you wanted to scooch to your left, you'd be more center. Yeah. And then let me. Nice. That's the Dan we know and love.
Nice. Well, yeah. So, thanks for coming to the stream.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
When everyone gets here, do we have any viewers? No. Yes.
Well, it would depend on whether you could stop shaking the table or not.
That has absolutely nothing to do with it.
We do. We have Alex.
Oh.
Our faithful viewer.
Hello, Alex.
And I'm back at the hub, so I have.
No, Alex. No, Alex. You're not on the hub.
He is at the hub.
I'm also sending out the link. So.
What?
I'm
Okay.
sending out the link.
Yep. Great.
Yeah, I'm getting us yours.
She was in the club. Now she left.
Oh.
Stay in your lane, Runa.
All right. I'm going to start. This is getting oddly hostile. I'm going to start with the recap. So, is this the right one? I feel like this is... Oh, I'm on last session's recap because I forgot to pull the correct recap to the correct spot because it always puts it on the bottom for some reason, which I don't know why, and it could super stop and I wouldn't complain.
I don't remember any of this happening last
Stream. I got a haircut. So
I haven't.
It's
week.
now
I got a haircut too.
I'm no longer El Shago.
I didn't.
So if you how about we get like, if you like my haircut, you can put like a thumbs up. If you really like it, do a smiley. If you don't like it, put a thumbs down. And if you really hate it, you can put a poop emoji. Yeah, because that's what I
It's gonna
need.
be a weird YouTube comment section.
Yeah, so that would be preferred. You know what I mean? Because I need validation from the internet. That's what I need.
That's what Facebook is for, Danny.
I feel like that's what TikTok is for.
All right, I have the correct recap. So, we launched back into the midst of the battle that the party was in, as the Balhanoth managed to escape with the captured Princess Matilda. As soon as they were gone, the blue elven figure vanished, taking his altered gravity with him. The young wizardess or sorceress Nem managed to trap Hagrid in an invisible prison. He was thwarted in his escape by a little bit of magic cancellation. However, he managed to summon some darkness around him that covered his escape on his second attempt. And Nem then brought the party to a demi-plane to introduce herself and give everybody a chance to plan what to do as the party became invested in retrieving the young princess. She headed off to do some research into the Underdark, being rather leery of meeting the Von Ices, while the party rushed to an audience with the king. For his part, the king has put them on his payroll to work towards freeing his daughter in secret. He was threatened by Hagrid in person shortly before their arrival, and then the party returned to the Knot to meet their newest member, the Dragonborn Yaisel, and to learn of Barrick's impending retirement. They took this new member pretty much in stride and took them along with them as they met with Nem once again, and managed to notice her terrifying companion, the legendary assassin Misfortune. The plan now is for them to follow the map that's been furnished to them by the king into the mountains and try to meet with a cloister of flumps. Between them and the flumps is a group, a nest of wyverns that is apparently headed by an impressive wyvern leader. And we ended just as they returned to the Knot in the late afternoon. So, you guys find yourself in the Knot. What would you like to do?
Alright. Well, first of all, Lorelei is going to pull Barry in aside real quick.
Barian is occupied.
No, Barion's here. Hey. What's going on, Lorelei?
Alright, well, you know those, rich bitches that, you were fooling around with?
Yes.
they work. You need to seal the deal before we leave.
Seal the...
Not
mean-
like propose or anything.
But like implant myself by fate into their midst.
Yes, of course.
Good point. You sure they're not going to backstab us?
I have no idea. That's why you're doing it.
Good, they'll never suspect it. Okay, alright. I'm gonna like lean in, I'm like, find out some more information about that Yaisel. I'll go and,
Don't trust her.
are we leaving tomorrow morning?
It's not my call.
I think we should leave tomorrow morning. Alright, do we have a time? We said we're leaving already with, is Nem, because Nem's coming?
Nem is not coming with you.
Damn it.
Nem is doing research.
So, we're good to leave tomorrow then, yeah?
Sure.
Or, no, yes.
No.
Maybe for now. Okay. Why don't you take Yaisel and Kana and Wednesday if she wants? Why don't you guys go out and, I don't know, get to know her, go out and around town a little bit, and I'll go talk to
girls' night.
Sasha, right?
Yes, Sasha and Claire are the two
Claire.
girls.
Take Dre too. I don't want him sitting at home all night by himself.
Right. Yes, all the girls. All right.
And I don't know. If he goes to the casino, try and limit the destruction.
Sure.
Just every time he makes a bet, just be like, paper and ink, spell scrolls. You know, things like that.
Right. Guilt him out of doing the thing he's guilty about doing.
Right? I think that's the way to deal with it.
Right. You're a master of people.
What was that other girl's name? Not Sasha, her friend.
I remember because I'm good at these details. Hey, Isaac, what was her
I
name?
literally said it like 3 seconds ago. I said it was Sasha and Claire. Were the two
Oh,
girls.
Claire.
Claire. obviously.
Claire. Ma wee Madoina.
Right.
I gotta throw some Scottish in there, so...
No.
You don't like Claire? That's how I say it. Oh. Is that Madoina? It means my brown one. If they have brunette hair, Madoina. My wee bonny lass. Okay, I'll go insert myself. I mean, that's a bad word. I will go.
I think you need consent for that, but.
I'll go and I'll go
Whatever
try and.
you need to do.
I will go and deal with Sasha and Claire.
All right.
That still sounds inappropriate, but anyways, have fun in town.
Use whatever methods you wish.
Okay, and I leave.
Okay. You make your way, the walk over to next to the gate that leads out to the outer run, going into the Arcanum that is right beside the gate. You make your way over to a room, or where are you going?
Over to her room.
Okay. You get over to her room. You knock on the door. You wait a few moments, and there is no reply. You wait a few moments, and there is no reply.
Damn. Okay, I'll go over to the front desk.
Okay. Make your way over. You see the couple of students sitting there. Hi.
Hi.
What's
I
the...
am looking for a student. Do you know if she'd be in class right now, or?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay.
Do you know...
Her name is Sasha.
Sasha.
I just say like room 302A.
Oh, Sasha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know her. Let's see, I usually see her... My best guess would be the library.
Okay. Good point. Thank you. What's your name?
Oh, Harold.
What?
Harold.
Harold. Okay. Well, thank you, Harold. I will,
You're welcome.
yeah, and I'll walk away.
Bye.
Bye.
Waves you off as you make your
Are
way
you wearing
over to the
like
library.
snowboarding pants? Is that why you're going?
No,
like,
that's my. I'll make it more more anime steppy.
Ah, snowshoes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over to the
I'm
library.
getting the best visual.
All right, you make your way over to the large doors into the library, find yourself within its towering halls, and begin to look around. Probably like 2 minutes later, you'd find her reading at one of the reading tables set out there. A couple of books beside her, just nose buried in a book.
I'm going to sneak
Okay, go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
behind her. Hold on, let me. Oh, I'm doing real dice. What's that?
1.
Actually, a natural 1?
Sure looks like it. I rolled hers with disadvantage because she's in a book. That is indeed a natural 1.
All right, that's a natural
As
1.
you crouch down to sneak up behind her, as you're getting up behind her, you hear an old voice, "No creeping in the library!" coming from the front desk as she looks up, looks over to you.
No.
And you turn to look and see this angry old man who's like putting away some books.
Yes, sir. I walk over.
Don't let me catch you again. Hear him walk around the corner and you hear, "No yelling in the library."
No yelling in the library.
But he was. I don't care. Sasha's staring at you.
Hello.
Hello.
What are you reading?
Oh, studying.
What are you studying?
Well, currently formations.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Are you bored?
Bored? I suppose I could be.
You should be.
I'm bored.
Okay, I'll wait here. You get bored real quick. Let me know when you're ready.
Looks down at the book. Shuts it. I'm bored.
I have something better for us to do. Here, come
What
on.
would you do? She stands up from the table and grabs her books. Just let me put these away.
Okay.
Makes her way back, puts a couple away, but has one with her that she takes over to the front desk and will get signed out to her.
I would definitely take the 1 minute when I would go put my book back and grab the next one that I've already pre-scouted that I'm going to read. I'd be like,
I'm here.
it's like, miss an opportunity to get a book. Like,
You're standing. She's done. Turns around like, I'm ready to. As you're in line to get your book signed out as well. Eventually, you're both standing by the entrance to the library.
I'm like, well, I've heard of these things that people do occasionally. Called a date.
I love dates.
Yeah, I was thinking we could do one of those.
I know they have some in the student market. There's a couple fruit stalls.
Okay, yeah, we could get one of those. I was thinking more of like the excursion thing where we go and do something mundane to talk to each other and hopefully have fun and
an excuse to spend time with me.
yeah, that would be one of them.
Very well.
I believe some of them say there's a connotation that people do it when they like you as well. Am I hitting a button here? Like, am I kind of on the track? Like,
Oh, that tracks. I just have to decide if I like you or not.
well, okay, so we'll call it a date until you decide that it's not a date. How about that?
Let's do the date first, and I'll
Okay.
decide after.
Sounds good. Well, then you just gotta let me know so I can change the title, you know what I mean? So I don't write in my journal
course.
incorrectly.
Well, history's written afterwards anyway.
By the victor, I suppose. Do
Is it a competition?
you want it to be?
Depends what we're doing for the date.
Okay, well, I hadn't thought of that yet, but we'll go with the flow.
Very well.
I grab her arm.
She links your arm. She's had a big grin on the whole time with the banter as she walks with you, arm in arm. You get to the entrance. Have you decided yet?
On it. I'm thinking now.
Okay. Meanwhile, with our friend over back being instructed to take care of the rest of the group, what is you up to? Why, I forget your character's name
What
now.
is you up to?
What is you
What
up
is
to?
you up to?
Lorelei, there it is. What is Lorelei doing with her instructions to entertain the rest of the house?
Anyone want to do anything? There's so much to do in this city. Not to be of money.
Yeah, still just staring at you. Yeah, just staring.
Alright, suit yourself.
What is there to do in this town?
Well, so there's the docks, which is well known for the fact that, so it's on a lake, but they build like full-on ships with cannons, and have like actual battles, like with full-on cannon fire. There are many injuries, but yeah, that's one thing to take part of in the city. There is the usually the market's pretty fun to like go around, but it's been like basically leveled because they were worried about a dragon attack and they were expanding the wall. So right now there's only the market in the inner run, which isn't quite as exciting. There's the arena, of course. You would be well familiar with it. Very familiar with the arena. Other than that, I mean, there's bathhouses, there's whorehouses, there's bars, there's all sorts of things in the city.
We should. Okay. Yazel decides to talk. And we should go to the docks. I heard they have war.
Right. Yes, of course.
Blood.
Dre. Yeah? Gather everyone. We're going on a trip. What? Who put you in charge? Alright.
I really wanted to be like, Barian. Dre, just imagine Dre's fury.
God. Like, here for a week. You already outrank me.
I actually, I think I'll finish with lunch and maybe have some cleaning to do.
How? There's only like 3 rooms in this entire place.
Well, no, they opened up the second floor again and it was closed for a bit because Yazel got here, so I figured I'll go up and give it a sweep.
Alright, don't electrocute yourself.
I know how the doors work.
Alright.
Electrocute yourself.
Aye, if you go up to the second floor, there's a door, and if you touch it with your bare hand, it'll electrocute you, so you gotta use something else to open it.
That sounds exciting.
Sure, if you're into that. It smarts real good.
Oh. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let's go to the docks.
Okay. So the rest of you, minus Wednesday and Kana, who would be with Beryl, head down out of the inner run and over to the docks, where you would see several like different size ships, from long ships to rowboats to full-on galleons and sloops and stuff like that. Just sitting over the lake. You'd be able to see if you look out over the lake. The floating island, which is basically, it's not a houseboat, it's a mansion boat, which is the king's, like, second home, that just floats over the lake.
Boat.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, it's a floating mansion that just sits out on the lake, and it's the home of most of the king's concubines, and also their, like, kind of vacation retreat.
Imagine having that much
Most.
money.
Yeah, well, so I don't know if you know this, but Alokrin is actually the seat of the empire that controls half the continent. So the king of Alokrin is actually the king of the Tamaran Empire, which is the full, like, northern half of the continent minus the mountain range.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a king, you're awarded 1 concubine per square mile of land. And then, like a Hunger Games style, they are shipped to you.
District 1.
Yeah.
Please tell me your name.
No, not quite.
Hey, I thought you were open to viewer suggestions on world building.
That is pretty close to the population of a city. Like, we're nearing. There's a lot of concubines. But oh, nice to meet you. Who are you? Oh, I'm your concubine. I have been for 13 years.
I'm concubine 3.
Yeah.
They don't even have names, they have numbers.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm glad we finally got to meet.
When they have kids, it turns into like concubine 3A.
If they have a letter, they're family. You can't sleep with them.
Yeah.
Don't even look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, if you guys really like the juicy bits, he's the queen is technically also his mother.
This sounds like a royal family.
Yeah.
This is very.
Yeah, well, you guys have met her. She's the gorgeous elf lady, but she was also married to his father, and she was the king's mother, the current king's mother, but she's an elf, and the rest of the family is half elven or human, so.
Oh my god. Oh.
Checks out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, meet the royal family of the Tamaran Empire. So you guys arrive at the docks. You see the mansion floating out on the water. You see the different ships there. You guys have actually never gone to do this, but you'd find out pretty quick that if you want to go out and join, a lot of the stuff is just like the guards do it for training. And then most of the guards who get really trained in that end up in Bitterhold, which is the coastal military city. But if you pay a fee and waive your right to be worried about being injured, civilians can participate.
What's the fee?
It is 10 gold per person.
Yeah, I need to check if I have 10 gold.
If you want to actually fire the cannons, it is also 5 silver per cannonball.
Wow. This is like golfing.
This is really scuffed golfing. This is a very dangerous golf. This golf is pretty expensive.
Golf but with cannons.
Yeah.
Golf,
Golf with cannons and shipboarding and grappling hooks.
golf, but you better
Open
hope
skip
it
the
doesn't
dishes.
backfire.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, if the cannon backfires, you're really in trouble.
1 sec. 71%. June 23rd total.
So, who's signing up?
Current order at past orders.
I am.
Restaurants.
All right.
Select
You
orders.
pay the 10 gold.
Your orders. Button. Search. Button. Selected. Orders.
So 10 gold will get you guys on a bigger than a longship. I think galleon. Yeah, frigate's the large one. So 10 gold will get you on not even a galleon. It'll get you on a sloop. So it'll be a sloop to sloop combat, which is like a 10-man crew is pretty close to max for the ships that they build here. They're fast though, which is the fun part. There's a decent wind, so you get pulled up. You would see quite a few half cloaks there, wearing fairly light armor. They have the cloak hooked to one side, the purple cloak that like sweeps behind them, and they pull you on board after you pay the fee. And one of them comes over. Is anybody else signing up for this, or did everyone lose their nerve?
I'll go, I guess. Let's do it! They're both on board.
Who is that?
Huh?
Was that Dre?
Yeah.
I've never seen Dre this excited about anything.
Hey, it's a weird thing for ships. No one knows where it comes from.
He's like excited, gets on there. You guys get up. There's one half cloak, looks like a captain standing there. Right. Welcome aboard. Sure you understand what you're going to be taking a part of is mock combat between ships, although we go very light on the mock portion. The weapons are blunted, the cannonballs are not. You can't blunt cannonballs any more than they are.
They're entirely blunt.
The risk is injury is high. We aim for the lower decks, not the upper decks. We're not trying to take people off with cannons. If you aim at the upper decks, you will be arrested for either attempted or actual murder, depending on the results. You cannot use your own weapons. Some will be supplied. You may use your own armor. Only magic permitted is healing or support magic. Nothing confusion-based or charmed or anything like that either. We don't want people drowning. You are on your own. We are training. This is our practice. If you fall in, rescue yourself. If you get hit by something, make your way to the middle deck. Do not go to the lowest deck. Make your way to the middle deck. Find a healer. They will take care of you. Stay away from the walls. Occasionally cannonballs are poorly aimed and come through. We are not responsible for anything that happens to you. We will try our best to keep you safe. Good luck. Any questions?
No.
Ray raises his hand.
Yes.
How much to steer?
Oh. Are you trained in piloting ships?
Yes.
Are you actually?
No.
Okay. Make me a deception check. Thought we learned something interesting about your character, but no, he's just a liar.
Alright, that is a 17.
Ooh, he rolled a 16. So, in that case,
Shit, really on mine.
fine, you can come up and steer with me.
Alright.
Have you ever piloted something of this size?
No.
All right. What's the largest ship you've piloted?
He's gonna point to the house mansion or the mansion boat.
That's. You're gonna have to elaborate.
Oh, sorry, the one behind it.
I don't know what's out on the water right now, and I can't see through objects. So
All
if
right,
you could
what's
just
the-
give me in simple terms: frigate, galleon, sloop, longship, catamaran, rowboat.
Wait. Alright, gonna roll a d6. What was the first one? A frigate.
Oh, so you've piloted much larger than this.
Yes.
All right. Well, it's fairly simple. There's just less crew that you have to coordinate.
Okay.
So, and also only 2 sails, and the front sail can be left well enough alone unless we're turning right around. So,
Okay.
it should be a walk in the park.
Think I've got it.
All right.
What happens? What happens if he's caught?
We'll find out if I fly.
Going by a 17, you guys would probably, like, Lorelei would totally, like, you can roll for her, but most of you would likely be like, oh, he can drive a ship. That's cool. I didn't know that. I don't know if you want to roll for Lorelei and see if she buys it.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay, yeah. So she spots the lie. She sees him like frigate, and the like surprise on his face when he finds out that a frigate is bigger than what he's on.
Yeah.
So the captain gets everybody set up. You guys get moving out on the water, which is like they know how to launch themselves. He's just standing at you, beside you, next to the steering wheel, and you guys get set up. He yells down, "All right, as you can see, we've got people. I haven't asked, but judging by the armor, they're probably adventurers of some sort, so perhaps they're capable. Who would like to fire cannons?"
Me.
Very well. He looks over at Lorelei.
I'll do whatever. Do you need help healing?
Healing's always useful. Cannon fire or boarding or defending against boarding. What's your pick?
No, confusion magic at all.
Correct. Healing and support magic only.
Alright, then I should probably not be involved in hand-to-hand combat.
Alright. Come up to the upper deck here with me. You'll be in charge of healing and defense against boarding. If anybody tries to come up those stairs, stop them.
Right. But
All
not
right.
actually stop them, because...
Stop them within the rules of the engagement.
Yes. Of course.
We're gonna have a problem.
No.
Alright.
I'm just repeating your rules back to you and hoping you sense their pointlessness.
Moving on. That is the ship we're going to be fighting against. As he points down the docks a little bit at another ship that's launching, of identical make of the one you guys are on, covered in half-cloaks, who are also preparing. Right, so ship-to-ship combat. Prepare the cannons. They're ready to go out. You will be piloting. Take it away.
Alright, men, hoist that one.
And look sharp, boys. We've got a merchant class operator. Let's try and impress him, shall we? As he steps back and you like, hoist that one, and they go over and start hoisting the thing you did.
I just nod, stand up.
Yaisel looks a little confused.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll look over at the actual captain. So what's your standard operating procedure for
He's
I wanna
just-
cater to what they know.
just staring at you. Well, we don't usually hoist the sail when we're trying to pick up speed to get out into water for combat. Interesting choice.
Well, I'm testing.
It's a little early to fall
whether
behind
they'll-
them. They'll see that coming from this distance.
I'm testing to see if they'll do everything I say or if they have a mind of their own.
They're trained soldiers. They'll do everything you say.
Alright, good to know. My crew was never this obedient.
Odd.
Yeah. Made my life difficult. People would claim to have skills they didn't have, and then
It's a lovely
in the
chat,
water,
but-
you'd find out.
It's a lovely chat, but they're turning to face us, and they can hit us
Alright.
with cannons from this distance.
Alright, full steam ahead with the sail. Drop it.
One starts putting down the sail, and they go for like full speed ahead as best they can. Captain's just watching you. I need to roll. Oh, 2. 2. Eyebrow goes up, but that's all. As you guys go like full speed ahead, there's a couple of as cannonballs. And your sudden burst of speed actually stops the cannons that they had aimed at you from hitting you as you guys go from like dead stop to chugging along as cannonballs behind you. He's looking at you as you see the other ships start unfurling their sails as they're falling behind you and they're now trying to catch up with you. Oh, a retreat scenario. Alright, I suppose.
Alright. Bring her around the bend. Let's catch him off guard.
Starboard or port.
Port.
They start turning away from the other ship in like a weird loop.
They're expecting us to do the logical thing. The victor is the person who knows the second most likely thing to do.
As you start doing a circle, like just a little loop to the left, where their ship's coming from your starboard
They're
side.
going to expect us to pull out of this loop, so we have to keep going. Hard to port.
There's a couple cannon shots that are like way in front of you because they expected you to cut back the other way, so they're like pre-aiming in front of you, like but you just keep turning back the other way. It's like working for now. It's weirdly working out for now.
Unload
Alright,
the
yeah.
guns.
As their
Now
ship starts
they're
coming
really going to
straight,
expect us to pull out.
their ship starts coming straight towards you. Looks like they've given up on cannons. They're going for a ram.
Alright. Reverse. Wait. Turn around again.
I'm gonna roll another check for that. That's another 2. As he takes your reverse in stride as you quickly correct to turn around again as they turn the other way and start getting the ship going the other way. That ship is bearing down on you to ram you. That's a natural 1 as it sails past you, aiming for where you'd be in the arc of your turn if you had kept going. As you guys are suddenly going back towards the docks, and he's like, "Oh, I see you're gonna do an anchor turn. Otherwise, we'll hit the docks. We don't have enough speed to turn."
Of course, anchor.
Drop the anchor, and you use that to like turn about the anchor so that you have enough speed to like whip around and not hit the docks. As you guys were not far from the docks, with like basically going out a little ways and turning. You see their ship trying to turn around. But they take a little longer as they get around, and you guys are once now running away from them as you're going along the coast, and they're coming behind you like chugging, trying to catch up, and they're still on full steam ahead from before, so it's just like an even battle at this point of them trying to get up. You hear occasionally the fire of the cannon on the front mast of their ship, as one will hit the back of your ship, not the rudder, but you hear the cracking of wood as the back of your ship gets smashed by one of their cannonballs.
Have they shot at them at all?
Nope.
Okay.
We're waiting on the
Nobody
captain.
is commanded
Big
cannon fire.
serious. Bring her about, boys.
They start to turn about. The other ship cutting behind you, trying to stay behind you. I need you to just roll me a straight D20 for how well you can command the ship to turn around.
That's a 5.
Okay, so you start turning, and they cut in to stay behind you, just happy to pepper you with their one cannon on the front, without getting your ship like next to them to be able to broadside them.
We wouldn't happen to have a cannon on the back, would we?
You
Like,
don't,
either
no. He looks at you. No, we don't.
You should consider investing in one. It's helped me quite a bit in my adventures.
Noted. Listen, They've got as much maneuverability as us. Unless we do another anchor turn, we're not going to be able to turn fast enough to broadside them, but you know the risks of that, of course.
Of course I do. They're worth taking. Anchor turn again.
But cannons at the same time.
Drop the anchor as they turn and the ship turns sharply, so you're now like broadside to them, and also like dead in the water as they also start turning and are gonna salvo after you. Okay, so Lorelei, Lorelei, and Yeisel, I need both of you to make me ranged attack checks. So just roll a d20. And, oh, sorry, not Lorelei. Yeah, just Yeisel. Go ahead and roll me a d20 and add your dexterity modifier. What's your class? Monk? Yeah, you're not proficient with all weapons, so.
For long distance?
So yeah, just roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier. Their ship is going to fire on you as well. They're going to have an easier time hitting you because they're moving, so they can avoid shots, and you're not.
I got a 19.
Okay! I'm going to roll for the rest of the ship. Alright, as a salvo of cannons go off down the ship, theirs going off as well. Them still moving, they just cut into a turn, which makes it a harder shot to line them up, especially with like the lurching stop of your ship as it turns. You fire off as part of your crew is busy bringing the anchor back up, so you get about half your cannons off. Yeisel, you sink a nice shot into the back of their ship just below the water line. They're definitely taking on water down there as your cannon breaks through that. A couple of your other like 3 or 4 cannons that go off manage to hit their ship. The rest either don't fire or miss. As they fire and you guys take 5 cannonballs to the side of your ship.
Tis but a scratch.
Tis but a flesh wound.
So what's your command of the ship?
Alright. Load the starboard cannons! Hard to port!
We just fired on port side. The starboard cannons are preloaded. As they start
Excellent.
turning in to wrap. So you'd now be turning to like run alongside this ship, like in tandem with them. As you start running. They've got the lead on you though, so they get a little bit ahead of you as you are now in behind them. But they
But
start...
there's a front cannon.
Yes, and they are going to start...
Frontal cannon.
You see their sails come up as they slow down and are going to start turning to be able to fire broadside back towards you guys' front. Keeping enough speed that you're probably not going to be able to ram them unless you have some really good luck in your piloting. Yeisel, do you run up to the front cannon or do you let the people already up there fire it?
I run.
Okay, you sprint up, they see you coming and just step back like, tourists. As you grab that cannon, go ahead and roll me to hit again.
Okay, well,
Can you imagine like trying to train and someone's just like, but I want to try.
As, they're back there loading the cannon that you fired before, as they don't worry about you guys loading the
I
cannons.
got 21.
21, okay. As you send another one below the waterline, 2 best shots so far
Not
as you
rudder?
sink... not rudder, no.
Okay.
But you sink another one below the waterline. Another good hit on their ship as they're going to go ahead and they've just fired these cannons. So there's only 2 of them that are loaded in time. That's pretty low, and that's pretty low. So that's 2 misses as they fire a quick whip shot as they go in front of you guys to get around your other side. But they're going to turn out so that they're not left on your starboard side with your loaded cannons. So you'd still be in pursuit behind them as they just kind of whip in front of you to get a small salvo off at you guys.
Keep peppering them.
As Yeisel, you get like pushed out of the way as they pull the cannon back. Ball goes in with the powder, cleaning out like they just load that cannon and put it back in position. Once they get out straight in front of you, they're gonna full speed and turn to bring their starboard side around towards you guys, and they are gonna pass you guys at this point, but they'll be turning on your port side again, which you guys are in the midst of loading. Oh no, you guys have had time to load it because you didn't fire them last turn. So they're gonna come by. Judging on their piloting, there's not time for a second shot off the front cannon. So Yeisel, if you run back to the port side cannons, you can go ahead and roll again to hit, as the rest of the crew will fire off again. This is even because you're both moving. So
I got 24 with a natural 20.
you're gonna nat 20.
Rudder.
Okay.
Rudder.
As you run to the back, grab the cannon, fire it off. You take out like a big chunk of the side. You've probably hit like right near where your last one hit on this side. As you see the thing starting to like tilt a bit under the water coming aboard them. They fire as well. 3 cannons hitting you guys along the side as it rocks the boat. You guys have taken some pretty serious damage. Yaisel, you've done a big hit to them. The rest of your crew does not get great shots in. It's like 1 cannonball besides Yaisel that hits theirs. You guys have taken the lion's share of the damage, but Yaisel has put a pretty big hole in them at this point. I'm going to roll for the captain, who's getting suspicious of your very generic orders. That's a 3. So, continues to watch. He's just watching how the merchant captains do it. What are your orders?
I'm going to pay for this in combat later, but I'm loving it.
As they're now behind you, they've gone the other way, so you're going this way, and they've come back the other way on your port side.
Alright. The ship's not going to last much longer.
No, and they're actually turning so that they can get the other side of their cannons. Like, if they're hoping to be able to turn around and get their ready cannons on your port side again. They're just, like, really focusing on the one side.
Alright.
Oh, starboard.
Drop the anchor! Cut them off!
You yell at them. I need you to roll another check. I want to see. This isn't actually for you. This is if the crew decides to make a good decision here. Plurplum says hi, Runa. 22. Okay,
Yeah.
the crew drops the anchor on the starboard side to get your fresh cannons towards them and your better side. As you do that, they're gonna fire at you.
They're moving fast, though. Unexpected maneuver.
No, they're dead in the water now turning. So it gets your cannons towards them. I need you, Runa, to go ahead and roll to hit
I
again.
thought they were like right behind us. My plan was to like make them run into us essentially.
No, they're moving away from you. Like they're in movement. By the time they're behind you, they're still moving further away from you. To turn your ship fast enough to hit them, you would have to lift it onto the back and pivot on a dime, which is not exactly what weighing anchor does. Runa, go ahead and roll to hit.
That's fine. That's fine.
16.
16. Okay. That's enough
Does
to.
she have a dice inspiration?
I have no idea. No, he asked if you had inspiration, which I think you do.
Oh, yes.
That's enough to hit the ship, but it's not a solid shot, and it actually looks like you put it into mid-deck, which is not where it's supposed to go. As they fire off, and you guys take 3 cannon shots, 1 to the back, and 2 to your guys' starboard side this time. As, with this amount of damage that you guys have taken, the rest of your crew misses. Like, with your ship ripping around like that, and their ship moving, not able to hit it. Your ship starting to, like, sink under, as the captain looks over the crew. White flag up! We've got to go down and repair. We've lost this one.
Can I walk
What
up?
an adventure.
Nice captaining.
I just salute.
I shake my head.
I know the ship's small and probably more maneuverable than a frigate you're used to, but the hairpoint turns don't do you any favors. It's large enough and slow enough that it just gives them time to blast us.
Open notes.
And maybe if you were on a small catamaran or something like that with more maneuverability, but this is, same size ship, same maneuverability.
You're right. I overestimated. I'm used to larger ships. I figured a smaller one would be much more maneuverable. than
Make
it
me a
was.
deception check.
Full directions. Button. All on my search.
That's 13.
That's a 2, again, from him. As he's like, well, everybody's got to learn on them
Hey,
sometimes.
You live and learn.
Indeed.
It wasn't in the middle of the ocean.
Waiting for him
True.
to say, get off my ship.
Get below deck and repairing, as he yells to the other half-cloaks, who start taking the extra wood down to try to bail out and stop you guys from sinking enough that they can get back to port. As the other sloop makes one run around you guys, sees your white flag, and literally does a lap around you and heads back to port.
Spiderclimb. Shadowblade. Counterspell.
And I'm gonna clap him on the shoulder. If you ever need a captain for any adventures, and I'll give him the place to contact at the mail house or whatever.
Well, we've got captains
Send
for
word
the
there.
frigates, so I think we'll be alright.
Can I grab his shoulder and walk them away.
Yes, if you want.
That's what I want to do. Get them away from the captain.
Pull him away.
Hang on, my people need me.
You pull him away from the captain down to the lower area of the deck, on the poop deck.
I would rather be able to come back and do this than you ruin our chances.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, totally. How about we just stop interacting with authority figures?
Fair. Fair.
You're potholes and now you're a captain.
Oh.
Oh,
Yep. Yep.
yeah.
Danny, if you're ready, we will
I've
cut
been ready
back
for a
to
long
your
time.
date.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, at the doors of the Arcanum, a little bit earlier in the day than this, she's sitting there waiting for your decision on the date.
We're gonna go to dinner first.
Oh.
So,
Alright.
out of character, what's like some nice dinner places?
So you guys are in the inner run.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of the swankier, like, taverns
Mhm.
that people can stay at. And then other than that, there's all manner of restaurant here. There's all sorts.
What's something eclectic that like maybe her uncle would have showed her a little bit of, kind of thing, being all over? And then
There's one that has like a kind of Camradel theme to it, like desert. It's like desert food that they get brought in on the Stormcloak ships and
Okay.
stuff like that.
we'll go there.
Yeah,
So I'll just take her over.
yeah. It's called the Desert Lizard, and as you guys get there, you would see it's the building has been themed like very open air, right? The second level
Yeah.
doesn't have windows; it's just open. It looks like they bring down like cloth to shutter it if they need to. It has like sunshades set out. What's the word for it? Canvas like set out to keep the sun off. Very colorful as well. Camaradel's known for its colors. It's got like lots of reds and blues. However, the main color is like a morning sunlight orange kind of thing that dominates it.
Okay.
All of the servers are dressed in kind of desert clothes. The tables are kind of scattered about, very open air, lots of like open space. They look like they're trying to make it much cooler. That like if they set this up in the desert,
Yeah.
it would work temperature wise. Like lots of shade, lots of air,
Mm-hmm.
and Alacran's hot enough that it works just fine. But you
Okay.
arrive there as one of the server comes over you, wrapped in white silks. Hello, can I find you a seat?
Yeah, table for two, please.
Absolutely, please follow after me.
I kind of give her like a side eye without, seeing what her like reaction would be.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and roll me an insight check.
Inside check. Actually, I gotta roll my d20. Hopefully, not another natural one.
Oh, right. That is a 13.
Yep. Plus, what's my insight, Alex?
4.
4. That's a 17. Math.
Okay. With 17, you look over. She's got a smile on her face.
Okay.
She's, like, just looking around with a smile, arms still wrapped in yours.
I was only in Camerondale for a small time.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've been once or twice.
Well, I'm assuming probably with your uncle, right?
No, I've never been there with him. I don't
Okay.
really travel with him, but he does come by and stay at our house now and again when he's in town.
Well, I've got a story for you about how we ended up in Camerondale.
Oh, I'm very interested. Please, follow me.
I'm a
As he
follower.
seats you guys down at a table. I'll start you with some water, I assume?
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask him like if he has this type of amasec that is like an elven kind of liquor.
Okay. He thinks a little. I do not believe we do. We do have a cactus liquor that is a somewhat of a staple of our establishment. I've not seen you around. You should try it if it's your first visit.
All right. Would you want one as well?
Well, I don't see why not.
Okay, I'll get 2. And
Very
some
well.
water, please.
I shall bring them over shortly. He hands you a menu that has it's got a few like regular foods that you'd expect from
Yeah.
somewhere like Lachlan, but most of the menu is like monitor lizard or komodo or other stuff like that. This is this is like a mid to high class establishment, so they have like a variety of prices, and at the very like top of that, if you want to pay a fair bit of money, they also have basilisk meat.
Okay, I'm gonna like hand the book to her like in the middle in the weird section and be like, "Hey, what are some things that you've had or that you like?"
She starts glancing through it. Well, the grilled cactus is lovely in Camerdale, but I rather doubt it'll stay fresh enough that it would be worth ordering here. Well, I mean, I don't usually eat lizards, so why not try the monitor lizard?
Okay, and then I was like, when I was in Camerdale, and I'm gonna go over and I'm going to find like kind of like a fajita type thing.
Sure, yeah.
This is what I had, and it was I'm trying to think of like a weird. They put snake meat in it.
Oh, I've not tried that.
Do you want to try it?
I mean, if you get some, I'll try a bite or two.
I've had it before, so. And then
Well-
I'll try some of your lizard.
Sure, that sounds lovely.
Okay, wonderful.
As the waiter comes back, probably partway between that, and puts water down, and he gives you guys, it's basically a wine glass with a kind of like dark greenish liquid in it.
Yeah.
And it has what looks like a piece of pineapple like on the edge with the skin still on the back of it. So you're guessing probably quite a fruity alcohol that they've given you.
Okay.
He just waits as he notices you guys kind of getting close to ordering, and then
I'll
I
have.
shall bring that for the table then.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Very welcome. As you'll leave and you're left alone at the table with
Yeah.
her.
I'm like, so, when did you go to Camerdale?
Oh, last I was there, I think, was probably maybe 2 years ago, maybe 3.
What brought you down?
Curiosity, mostly. I had been there once before. We had gone on a vacation when I was very young, and then I wanted to see it again, see what the city was like.
Okay.
That was before the flood, of course.
Did we, out of character, did we get... Oh, the flood happened.
Mm-hmm.
That was after us, or... Because we went
Yeah.
through Camerdale.
Yeah, that would be after you guys went to Camerdale.
Wow, that was recent. Okay. I guess that was... last time I went there was before the flood as well.
Oh, how long ago?
How long ago?
I think, I don't know, a year ago would be
Like a year ago?
ballpark.
Roughly.
Oh.
We ended up fighting... what was that thing we fought, Alex? Is it... No, shit.
Oh, the big snake dude?
Yeah!
Yeah, it was a shadow snake. I
We,
think,
uh,
or something like that.
We
It was a
ended up
dark snake.
fighting a shadow snake with our traveling group.
I have never come across one of those. I mean, I'm not even familiar with it. I always took the storm merchant ships, so we didn't have to worry about the desert creatures.
We, at the time... Did we end up taking one? I can't remember.
No, it was too expensive.
Oh, yeah. At the time when we were there was none available to take us. So,
Well, the desert is a dangerous journey for those not used to it.
I'm going to describe to her the snake. And, like, what it
Fearsome.
is. And kind of show her, like, one of my little, like, descriptions and, like, notes and stuff that I've
you
taken.
start flipping through your note as you find it.
Like, sorry about my shorthand. It's just what I do.
Well, a fearsome creature by the sounds of it.
Yeah. It got away. But we protected the
You
group.
were going to tell me what brought you to Camerdale.
And then I will go into the story of, well, we got a contract from a person to get some fairy dust that was located in the Feywild.
Well, that's illegal.
Yes, it,
Don't worry, I'm not going to tell anyone.
okay. So we got that, and, well, it's harder to get out of the Feywild than you think. So we ended up getting out in, way south in Carr.
Oh my.
Luckily, only about a year later. We only ended up spending about a year in the Feywild, when it felt like a week.
A year.
A year. So we came out a year later, and then we ended up going. Well, we didn't want to go up through the Feywild and try and get through the wall.
I suppose the war would have been on then. Yes.
Yeah, and there was a gigantic castle in the middle of the forest we found. One day I'd like to go check it out.
Interesting.
But yeah, then we went to south and we caught a ship and sailed all the way around the coast to Camerdale and then stayed there for a bit. And
South, you must have been right next to the Terror Sea. That is a frightening place to start a journey.
did we know about that?
Yeah, you guys would have been aware. Yeah, you guys would have been on the edge of the waters of the Terror Sea, which
Okay.
is an infamous ocean that few dare to travel.
Luckily we were on the edge, me and my brother, but we found a great ship owner and companion. And I'll tell her a little bit about Kennedy and what were their names?
Garo and Freya.
Freya. Garo and Freya. Wonder if I'll ever see them again, but they were great. And then we came around, and it was an interesting trip. It took about a year and a half,
Oh my.
if you include the Feywild excursion. But yeah,
Well, I'm glad you made it safely.
It
And
was,
you have an interesting story to tell, as your food would arrive about at that point.
Yeah.
As she'd have the, you're picturing a monitor lizard. It's like some steaks off of it.
Oh,
It's
yeah, okay.
smaller portions. You get the thing you had with the like
snake and like a rice
pieces of
and
snake on it. Yeah.
yeah, and like more like a couscous, and it's got like some hot peppers and some, like a kind of sauce that is like a little spicy but creamy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why I'm gonna like kind of like grab a little bit and put in a little bit of like a like not a tortilla, but like a just like a flatbread. Just like put a little bit in here. Here, try this.
Thank you. As she cuts one of her steaks in half and puts a piece on yours.
Yeah.
It's got a whole like glazed sauce over it.
Okay.
That's like this yellow glaze over it, and she
Okay.
takes yours and bites into it.
Honestly, it's a lot like chicken.
Really is.
Or have you had rabbit?
No.
Okay, well,
But yeah, I expected something. Well, certainly not this. The texture's, well, it's good. As she tucks into it.
yeah.
You guys sit, and if there's nothing,
Converse.
Is there anything specific you want to talk to her, or just
Just mostly just like get to know her a little bit, and then okay, now in Alokrin, what are there for like date things around?
It depends what you're into. I mean, there's the arena. The
There's this
a
great place to go
special,
ship battling.
special kind of taste.
Yeah, not arena.
A really popular one would be to go to like a speakeasy or something, like a hookah bar style
Okay.
thing. Not a lot for like parks in Alokrin because it's like a circular city in the way it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, mostly just like interesting bars and hangout places and stuff like that.
I'm gonna ask you, like, what are some things that you do around here that you enjoy?
Mostly study.
Mostly study.
Yes.
Okay. Well, what do you do for fun?
Well, this is a little embarrassing. Not much.
Not much.
No, I mean, I grew up around the city, and I've done most of it, and, well, Claire likes some excitement in life, and she likes to go out, but I mostly study, and when I'm not reading something for studious purposes, I read something for personal purposes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna look over at like the Arcanum or the Palace or something. Which has a tall tower?
The palace is visible from just about anybody in the city, and if you can't see like the shimmering peaks of the palace, you can always see the Storm Eyrie, the like massive stone
Yeah.
pillar that ascends above it.
Well, not those two, but the Arcanum. Does it have?
The Arcanum has a tower. From where you guys are, yeah, you'd probably be able to see the Wizard's Tower that's attached to the Arcanum.
Okay, and on the top of it, is it look like what's on the very top?
The very top is a it like how to describe it? It like widens at the top, like dramatically, and then it kind of like bowls out under it, and you'd expect it almost like a sultan's like top of their palace, but it's flat on the top. With you being a wizard, you would know that that's the casting parapet, which amplifies magic that's cast from it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have to get my food.
Okay, back to the other
I've
group.
had some issues, guys. I tried to order skip. They already lost the order once. I'm gonna go get it.
As we play with food courier services, we also play D&D. So the rest of you find yourself back at the docks. It takes them a good while to get everything patched up and the ship chugging back as you'll take over command and they eventually dock the ship. You guys are taken off. I do believe you owe them 2 gold. Yaisel, you shot 4 cannonballs, right?
Yep.
Okay, so mark off 2 gold, and if you haven't already, mark off the 10 gold that you guys spent to get on. There never was any shipboarding, because the ship was easy enough to hit that they just peppered you with cannon fire instead of having to come alongside you. So, you guys find yourself on the docks. Once again, this has been, several hours of amusement, so it's pushing into the early evening, late afternoon at this point.
Lorelai, just as we're like leaving the ship, is gonna cast a message, and we'll figure out the result of that later.
Okay.
And yeah, so there's just gonna be. What now? That was fun.
That was amazing. Not just fun.
No, you're right. I shouldn't understate it. I've had the thrill of a lifetime.
Pretending to be a captain. Or are you actually the captain?
Well, of course, I've done it many times.
Okay.
I want you to roll me an insight check for Yaisel at this point. I also want a deception check from Even Trail.
The 16.
It's which part do I have?
Insight. So you go to your skills, you look for the insight skill, and that's what you add to your d20.
I go. Ooh. I can't find it, but I got a 16.
You definitely have a bonus.
Yeah.
Something. So you.
It's
could,
wisdom.
yeah,
What's your
you-
wisdom?
My wisdom is.
You're a monk, so you definitely...
It's just +1.
Yeah.
Wisdom's just +1.
+1 is enough. Yeah. You're not sure what he's lying about. He's definitely being dishonest about something. So you're not certain that he's, like, got no experience, but he's definitely overstating his experience.
But you never make it anywhere if you never try. I really make it a point to try new things.
This new thing can get us so we can't go on the ship again.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I asked how I should steer. And then he let me drive the ship.
How's steering a bigger ship than that one?
It's pretty fun. It's a little slower, I think. More sails, I assume.
So, port, starboard, what's the difference?
They go with different wines.
I think we should go get some wine.
That's a D12 inspiration die for sure.
They go with different wines.
That's amazing. Oh.
He has Brox at the end. Wonderful.
Alright, we'll go. Do you want to go back to the bar where we got assaulted by people, or to a different one?
You got assaulted?
Threatened.
With what?
Violence.
Oh, just violence?
Well, yeah, they tried to abscond with our women.
Your women.
Well, just like the women of our group. Not like they're mine.
I'd hope not. I don't think I would enjoy that. I don't think you would have a good time if that were the truth.
Noted.
She's very against it. She's very against what she
Is
said.
that,
So are you guys
that-
heading to a bar?
is that
Yeah.
because you want to be...
No, I
Or...
women. I love women.
Alright.
My women.
Wait, I thought you were against owning women.
I'm gonna beat you up and take you.
Yeah, I'll just swat you.
Alright.
So, you guys arrive at the Hammer and Grog as a group deciding to go there. You guys head in.
Hear, in your voice, Lorelai, just say, men.
Men, I nod.
In your voice or in your head?
In her head.
Okay. Alright. Alright, so you guys head to the Hammer and Grog. Is there anything particular you'd like to do there, or just enjoy an evening of getting some drinks and spending time together?
With some drinks, Lorelai's a little vigilant. Doesn't like the, what's the other gang's name That isn't the Proudfoots.
There's the Good Weather Boys, and there's the Champions. And then there's
Yes,
technically also the Dock Rats, but they're mostly children.
It's the Good Weather Boys that are the rich kids, right?
Yes, that is correct.
The
Okay, I'm
dickheads.
gonna write that down so I don't forget.
Because they only come out in the good weather.
All right.
Alright.
I'm good to go.
So, Lorelei keeps her eye out. You guys have an evening of drinking and celebrating your excitement of the evening, despite it coming to a loss. We return to our date going on.
I'm like, okay, I have something fun that you probably haven't done.
Well, if it's in a Lochran, you're going to have to dig deep.
You want to go for a fly?
A fly.
Yeah.
I don't think they rent out the airships.
I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go like take her back to over by the knot.
Okay.
I'm just gonna here. I'll be back in a sec. I'm gonna come out with a belt, like a long belt,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like two smaller ropes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, here, stand behind
Oh
me.
my.
Stand.
One thing you would know, if you are planning on taking her flying, you're going to want to leave the city. Flying within the city is a good way to get in trouble quickly.
Yeah. I would take her out.
Okay. You grab these as a quick stop at the knot. You guys make your way outside of the city. You find yourself outside of the gates.
And then I'm just gonna be like, kind of like tie the belt around, and then tie like our legs together.
Okay.
And then I'll be like, okay, hold on, wrap her out. Not my neck, please, not my neck. Okay. mate.
She's there now, literally tied to you. Well, this is intimate for a first date.
It is. And I'm kind of like accidentally brush her butt as I reach back to like make sure the belt's good. I'm like, who put your butt there?
She smacks your hand.
Okay.
Behave.
I'm gonna like lean forward and cast fly, so it feels like I'm gonna fall forward, but then all of a sudden,
Okay. She manages to keep her balance pretty well. She like gets ready to fall, and you see the eyes shut as she's ready to like absorb the impact as you just stop, like Michael Jackson-esque, like leaned way over.
gotcha. And then I'm gonna like, and I'm gonna fly so she's like can look over my shoulder and stuff and like look up, and I'm gonna keep so that I'm flying like level and she can look down and all around, but she's like on my back directly.
Okay. You guys go out for a little...
I'm gonna fly her over the lake and like take her over the forest and like look at some cool stuff and...
Okay, yeah. You take her on a kind of early or like late afternoon flight around the city. You guys go over the lake a little, dipping low, spinning occasionally so she can get kind of like, not just over the back perspectives as well.
Yeah.
You guys drift over the forest a little bit.
I'm gonna like pretend dunk her a little bit. I'm gonna be like, huh?
She like clutches you. You can feel the nails like digging. If you dunk me, you will pay.
Okay.
You guys drift over the forest a bit, looking at the creatures below. Nothing attacks you from the forest, which is good news. But after making it all the way to the lake and over the forest, you are quickly running out of flight time.
So I would come
recasting
down
the spell.
back to the gate.
Okay, you set both of you down after having drifted over and seen some of the birds and stuff startled by your guys' presence. You find yourself once again outside of the city after a rather relaxing, peaceful flight. You guys sit down and she immediately takes to untying. And starts like rubbing out her legs. Those were cramping when we were still over the water.
Oh, okay. Well, you just said something.
Well, not much you can do, tied together and hanging above the earth.
Yeah. But was it enjoyable?
That was quite nice, yes.
Well, how about we go find a place to sit and maybe have a couple drinks?
Well, that sounds fine to me.
Now, do you want the nice bar or do you want the fun bar?
Well, I have some wine in my room. Why don't we go back and drink with Claire?
Okay. The fun bar it is. And we'll go to... I'll stop and grab a bottle too quick.
Okay, yeah, you grab a bottle on the way. I really do have enough for both of us.
Well, well then I can leave it there for next time. How about?
Oh, and next time...
Well, depending if you call it a date or not.
That's right, I do have to decide, don't I?
Yeah.
Well, you were rather forward with that tying me together with you to take me out flying. But I don't think I would let somebody I'm not on a date with do that. So,
Okay.
I guess it's a date.
Like a date has been confirmed. And then I just stop and start giggling.
She lets you get another bottle of wine and leads you back to the room where you guys would find Claire, who's reading a book. And she comes in, Claire, studying? Claire looks up. Yes, I'm studying. Closes the book. But now you're here so I can stop. Oh no, we wouldn't want to be an excuse for you to not.
No, definitely. We'll have to take her to that other fun place we go to. And I start turning around slowly.
She notices the bottle of wine. No, come in.
Okay.
It's fine. I've been studying for like hours.
Okay.
No, you haven't. No, I haven't. Whatever. Let's drink.
And I'll commence the drinking.
Okay. Yeah. She pulls out her bottle of wine.
I'll put mine on the shelf and.
Yeah. She's got a nice elven vintage,
Yeah.
medium price range, and pours everybody a glass as you guys sit and just kind of sip into the evening.
Yeah.
Neither
I'm
of them
getting
are
like
really
flirty.
getting drunk. You said you're gonna be flirty.
Yeah, and I'm pushing her a little bit to get a little tipsy going on.
She won't. No, she's
Okay.
she's confident enough to not let to drink as much as she wants. As she.
Well, like I'm not like pushing her. I'm
No,
leaving
I'm
that
just saying
awkward-
she's. You're getting the sense that she's a fairly like put together person,
Mhm.
and peer pressure has very little effect on her.
Okay.
As he's sipping along and just kind of like brushes off any comments to like drink more. But you guys have a nice conversation between the three of you.
Mm-hmm.
You flirt a little bit, and she's very like cat and mouse with it, like very kind of distant, like hard to get almost. But always a smile with it, like you can tell it's all for fun.
At some point when she's not looking at her, she's pouring a glass. I'm gonna like raise an eyebrow to Claire.
Claire looks over at you and raises an eyebrow at you and looks over at Sasha.
And I'm gonna do while she's around. I'm gonna do like the quick message cantrip.
Okay.
And be like, she's playing coy.
Well, that's Sasha for you.
She always like this.
Pretty much always. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you think she likes me?
Well, I'm not one to tell. You'll have to ask her.
Okay. Well, she confirmed it was a date, so
Ooh, Sasha on a date. Lucky you.
is that a good sign?
Well,
Oh wait, she's coming.
She turns around and Claire sits there and takes another sip of her wine. She's not like she's pretty easy to read. As Sasha looks over at her, head tilts a bit with a long look, and then she just sits herself down back with her wine. And
What?
sip. Oh, you want me to start on you, do you?
Yeah, it's like when you do that crooked grin thing, and then you go like, you fake sigh, and then pretend to be disappointed in somebody.
I was being nice, keeping my speculations towards Claire. But if you'd like me to open up on you, both barrels then. What have you two been talking about while I was turned the other way? Judging
Well-
by how quiet you were, magic must have been involved.
I've been telling her how wonderful your dress was. Was pretty forward.
Make me a deception check.
I am not trying to lie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, should be. Oh, I might have to take back my date classification if someone's going to be such a smooth liar.
No, I was just asking her if it's normal for you to play coy.
Play coy, I don't know what you're talking
And she said,
about.
yeah, I was lucky to get you on a date.
Well, I don't go on many dates. Careful not to spoil it at the end. There's still time to change the classification.
Ooh, I look at the other girl's name.
Claire?
Claire. I'm like, you didn't tell me that. She'd take it back.
She's laughing. She's
like,
full on like grinning
friends
and
off.
chuckling. Oh, and already trying to make you friends with my friends.
I wouldn't say we were friends. Like,
She turns over to Claire. He has been quite forward.
I don't- would
and
you-
Claire is like, I don't know. I want to hear about this. Not that forward, but there was rope involved.
There was 3 pieces.
Do you guys need me to leave? No, I think we like your company, miss. She goes back to drinking and looks over at you and arches a kind of like accusing eyebrow, still about the like you guys whispering behind her back.
And I'll just like raise eyebrows and be like, what?
We'll have to work on his playing innocent. It ruins the game.
Oh, the game. Okay. And I'll spend the evening.
Pardon me, too much wine. She takes another sip.
Oh. You mean the glass and a half you've had tonight?
You really need to do better at playing along.
Okay. I'll play along. Ah, that was very forward of you, Sasha.
Was it?
Yes. The propriety.
Well, I'll have to remember you have got a delicate taste in the future and dial it back.
And then yeah, I'd hang out. Eventually, I'd like, like try and like eye glance and like get Claire to like kind of like read a book or do something.
Okay. Let's see if she picks up. She does not. She
Okay.
is enjoying her wine and looking over you. She might pick up. You're not sure.
Yeah. So I just try to get like a game, or try to get like where I could get Sasha to like sit on the couch with me or something. We could play a game or something.
She's
three
just
of
kind
them?
of like reclined on her bed. Claire's on her own, and you're kind of sitting on the edge of the bed or in a chair next to it. They'll play a little game with you, but the evening won't go on long. Maybe like 45 minutes later, she'll have finished enough of her wine and say, "Well, that was a lovely date, Barian."
And eyes will perk up. Well, thank you. I enjoyed my time with you.
Well, I'm glad I could entertain as well.
Here,
I guess I'll keep this wine until next time.
Okay. And how about this? You can plan the next one, and then I'll tell you if I classify it as a date.
Oh, I don't know if I'm up to the pressure, but I'll try my best.
Well, you've been here longer. Might have some ideas. Some clandestine things that I don't know about.
Clandestine. What type of girl do you take me for?
Maybe that was the incorrect word. Things that I'm not.
I'll plan something.
Okay, sounds good. And I'm
Good
gonna
night.
get up and kind of like walk to the door. Be like,
She takes you over to the door and opens it for you and lets you out. And Claire gives you a little wave, and you get a smile from Sasha as she closes the door.
okay, bye.
All right. Are you heading back to the knot?
What time is it?
It would be like early mid-evening at this point.
I'd head out, walking
Okay.
around town.
Yeah, you would, about this time, hear in your head, "Hey, Barian, just, checking in. Have you learned anything? Uncovered anything? Also, your brother is pretending to be a captain."
You just.
Yaizel's not having it.
Was that sending?
It sounds like sending to me, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, I would be like, Dre, a captain. Oh God, what did he sink? Good. I feel like I'm in the group. She likes me and called it a date. Score 1.
As that is what Lorelei would receive back from her sending.
Alright.
Okay, eventually we come back to all of you in the knot once again. Barian will be the first to get back, as you guys are out drinking and will probably come back a bit later, but well before curfew, you guys are all once again home. Wednesday would have dinner prepared. It would probably be cold at this point, and the house is spotless as always. Kana is back, empty plate beside her, and she's just sitting. Yay! You guys are back. You took a long time.
We are sorry.
Alright. Yeah. We weren't doing anything fun. Just don't worry about it.
I'll bring you next time.
Bring me where?
Somewhere fun.
Just
You went somewhere fun without me?
No, we were planning it for you. We were scouting it out, so we could plan it for your next birthday.
I like scouting.
I'm gonna come back.
Scouting. We are doing a secret mission.
I like secret missions.
No, I'll do my own secret mission with you.
Okay.
But this secret mission was for you.
Oh.
We didn't want to bring you anywhere we didn't know was fun.
Okay. So you promise to do a secret mission with me?
I promise.
Okay.
Put up with you.
She'll pinky swear. Yeah, she'll pinky swear with you.
Thank you, sir.
I learned this one from the kids. And she does that with you.
I need you to understand that she absolutely means her pinky swears.
I do too. Don't underestimate
Okay.
me.
Okay.
I got you guys something from the market I found today, and I'm going to take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these pastries. They look like kind of like a triangle pocket. I'm like, they have this interesting thing that well, I had some food at Camerdale today, and someone told me about it. It's called a marshmallow type.
Marshmallow.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but there's marshmallow and
Yeah.
some type of like nougat or chocolate in these here, and I pass them all out.
Yay! Okay, no.
I just
Instantly
look at it
tucks in.
like this. I'm holding it in front of my eyes.
What do you think, Kana?
It's tasty. And sticky.
I'm gonna throw a napkin at her.
Oh, sure.
You can lick your fingers. Just use the napkin after.
Just instantly, fingers go in the mouth.
All right, can I? You have chocolate in your eyebrow.
Oh.
And no, your tongue won't reach.
She's like, pulls it off and licks it off her hand.
What do you guys think?
I put it in my mouth very hesitantly. What if it's poison?
So you said,
Good point. I'll just turn to you.
I take a bite.
Is it
I.
a sponge?
What's that?
A very sugary sponge?
It seems like
that's a 10.
cleaning implement.
I like it. I'm like, this is good.
Wednesday?
This is good.
Blood girl, you know this?
Pardon?
She has one as well.
It's a treat. What about it?
It's not. It's very sugary. It's very good.
That's how they work. They're sweets for a reason.
Never had a sweet.
What do you think, Wednesday?
That's good.
All right.
I don't usually get stuff like this, so it's nice once in a while.
Don't we pay you good enough?
I suppose I'm just not used to having
Oh,
coin
the
for that
privilege.
sort of thing.
Like, she must be like decently wealthy at this point. Like not crazy, but like.
Like compared to what she came from, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, she makes somewhere between like skilled labor and unskilled labor for wage. So
Oh, we might have to pay her more if she doesn't. Okay. All right. Well, you guys had a good night.
I just waited for you guys and talked to Beryl and I saw a dog on the way back, so I bought it some snacks and
Okay.
yeah.
Hey, Kana,
Yeah.
how much did the snacks for the dog cost?
I don't know.
How much did you give him?
Some money.
Did it take one or two hands?
It was a pretty big 2 hands. It was like a piece of ham. It was a big ham.
Like
Bigger. Yeah.
all gold or silver and stuff in it too?
I didn't put any gold in the ham.
No. Oh, you gave him a ham.
I gave the dog a ham.
How much did you pay for the ham?
I don't know.
I'm like, how much in a handful did you give of gold or money to buy the ham?
She does like a little handful, like hands together.
Okay. You know how to count, so you should know how much you gave him.
I didn't keep it.
All right. Okay, I don't care how much you pay. Just next time when you buy things or like that, just make sure you count. That'll be your
Why?
test. Because I'm going to ask you the number.
I don't want to. Then I have to remember it in case you ask.
Think of it as your little mission.
Yeah,
Special
secret mission.
That's a boring mission.
But it's
Well,
important.
you have to have boring missions to have exciting missions.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Oh, okay. I'll
No.
make sure I take it on. I'm like,
Yeah.
no more exciting missions because no boring missions.
Maybe I'll go on missions without you.
Okay, with who?
You wouldn't.
Me and Yaisel are going on a mission.
Yeah.
She like nods sagely at this.
Okay. All right. Well, I was thinking we could go and try to get the Wyverns tomorrow.
We're going somewhere tomorrow?
Yeah, I was thinking we could go and try and see the Flumps.
Okay, that sounds like fun.
Yep. Are you guys down to come? Geisel?
Yes.
Lie.
I need to know if they're fluffy.
Okay. Dre?
Yeah.
The other girl that I don't remember her name.
Wow.
I also need to go look.
What's her name?
Lorelai.
Okay, I always go. It's like Lyra. I'm like, that's not it. So Lorelai, you're down.
Sure.
All right. Well, the 5 of us then. Okay. We should maybe get some. Do we have climbing gear, Dre?
Let me just remember back to that one time that I put stuff in it Yeah, we have like 2 sets of like stuff to climb things.
All right. Well, in the morning we'll pick up. Before we head out, we'll pick up 3 more sets. Can we spend an amount of gold to say that we've kitted the rest of them out with like the basic set of stuff kind of thing? Climbing gear, just like basic kind of thing.
Gear price. It's 2 gold. So spend 6 gold, and you'll have 3 climbers kits.
Okay. All right. Alex, can you spend the 6 gold, please?
Yes.
All right. As you buy some climbing gear for the rest of your group, I take it everyone's heading to bed at this point. Then.
Most likely.
Oh, there's a cat.
Where's the
She
cat?
doesn't like it. She's been.
Runa.
No.
Runa has a
Oh,
kitten.
Runa has a kitten.
Oh, I want to go on my bigger screen.
Is it little kitten?
Yeah, she's only 6 months old.
Yeah, she's pretty small.
Oh,
She's
wow.
pretty big, actually.
Yeah, she's
but
pretty big for 6 months.
She's
old.
itty bitty.
I wouldn't. She's
pretty
almost like.
sweeter.
Almost
No,
like
she's
a-
like
She's.
meaty.
Yeah. I wouldn't say itty bitty.
Okay.
She's small. Don't call her big.
About
is-
that.
It's fluff. It's all fluff.
She's about the size of our 3-year-old cat.
Oh wow, so she's big.
Yeah,
She's a
like-
chonk.
It's pretty full grown.
Okay.
Well, not chunk, it's all muscle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, uh-huh.
It is. I don't let my parents feed her so she gets fat.
Okay.
So you guys head to
As
sleep.
Dre is going to bed, he hears in his head,
Stop shaking
make
the
a good
table.
leader. Barrack should have put you in charge. And, he's gonna turn around and face Lorelei, give her a weird look, and then go to bed.
Okay. Makes his way to bed. All of you find your sleep variously and severally. You guys would awake the next morning. Yeah, absolutely. Much of that. Yeah, you guys wake up the next morning, prepared to go out on your journey. Judging by what's said on the map, you're going to have about 3 days of travel before you're going to be in the mountain trails, and there is a small kind of tribal settlement that's another 3 days after that.
Okay. We have our cart though.
Your cart will not be able to come on this journey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we'll bring. Do you guys just want to walk?
Yeah.
All right, walking it is.
Okay. So,
Alright.
you guys head into the mountains. What's the marching order?
I will be in the middle. No, I'll be at
I'll
the
go
back.
first.
I'll be at the
I'll
back.
be the front.
I'm at the back.
All right. Yaisel takes the lead at the front. Barry in bringing up the rear.
We'll be somewhere in the middle.
Sure.
Just ignore my eating,
That'll be
please.
fine. All right. So you guys travel the first day without incident. You eventually decide it's getting late enough in the evening that you guys make camp.
That was quite the day.
Quite the day indeed. That day saw you guys walking basically from the city. You were on like Crown Road for quite a while, and then had to dip off of it up into the foothills of the mountains at that point. But there's a pretty established trail. It would be like, it's not well traveled enough for it to be well maintained for like a cart. You could have probably brought it thus far at least. But once you guys get like into the mountain trails, it'll definitely be out of the picture.
No,
So,
we'd have to leave it. So
yeah. Okay, so you guys find your rest. Are you guys doing watches, or what's the plan?
I can take a watch.
Okay.
I can keep a lookout.
We'll need one more watch then. Oh no, are you a half elf?
Yeah, but
Oh.
half-elves don't get it.
Oh, they don't get the.
And you don't know she's a half-elf.
Oh, but I thought they did get the.
Nope. No, just full elves.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll need another watch.
I'll do third watch.
Okay.
So you guys have 6 hours accounted for.
No, we do 4 hours per watch.
You need sleep.
Yeah, 4 hours. Oh no, I have to
You
full
need
sleep. All right, we need another person.
You guys need 2 more people.
We do 4 hour watches. 4 is enough.
So you need
4 is that
Yeah, 4 hours is enough, but it would mean we'll take 12 hours instead of 10.
To sleep, yeah.
So if we have 4 2-hour watches or 3 4-hour watches.
I think we should do 3 4-hour watches.
Okay.
Why? It's like just cuts down on travel time.
For 2-hour watches?
Yeah, we have more time up and going. People aren't just waiting around for 4 hours for
But 4 2 hours isn't enough. You would need 5 2 hours.
yeah.
Sure. All right. Yeah, we'll do 5 2 hours then.
Okay.
It's just a lot of rolls to go wrong, right?
But it's less punishing for each roll.
All right.
I don't know.
So
So
everybody,
everybody
who
has
is
to take a watch.
taking a watch.
The
make
whole
me
group has to take a
perception
watch.
check. I'll
Yep.
make one for Kana.
The whole group has to take one.
Yes. So everybody make me a perception check for each of your characters that is taking a watch.
1 2 3 4 5. Yeah. Ooh.
14.
All right. That is I believe is my perception's +4.
Yes.
18.
I got a 14.
14, 18. Kana got a natural 1.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Lorelei and Dre.
Dre got a 10, Lorelai got a 29.
Okay.
Yo, Lorelai.
The night passes peacefully and quietly. You guys are near enough at this point still to the forest that Lorelei with your 29 would notice it is quieter than it has been in quite a while. The forest has, for weeks at this point, been dangerous. First, nobody knew why. There was just more bears and stuff about. You guys, having ventured into the caves, would realize that a lot of the more dangerous animals were getting pushed out of their burrows and caves by the Drider that had set up within the forest.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, with the dragon being around, the forests were very dangerous. Things have quieted down.
So the
Things are
dragon's
kind
gone
of-
now?
You don't know. You haven't heard anything about it. But judging by how quiet it was, the forest is at
Okay.
kind of its usual sort of tempo.
I'm
One of you would wake up to find Kana asleep. Probably waking up like a half hour later than you should have for your own watch. Is like restless dreams brings, let's say, Yaisel. You would wake up. You knew you were supposed to be like the watch after Kana, and you wake up kind of fitfully and look over and see her just passed out. And judging by how late it is into the evening, you've overslept because she should have woken you up by now.
Okay.
Kana is just,
Yeah, it's just asleep.
Yep.
Okay.
just asleep.
So I'm on the last watch?
No. This would be
No?
fourth watch, we'll say.
Fourth, okay. I just get up.
Okay.
Sure.
Just get up, leave Kana like sleeping where she's leaning, start your watch. Alright, so yeah. We come to the next morning.
I would spend some time
Yes.
resting. I'm gonna spend 4 hours and finish copying my last scroll into my book.
Like that morning?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if you want the group to wait before they depart.
I'm just gonna tell them, hey guys, if you guys just want to spend some time quick, I'm gonna take a little bit of time and to finish copying this last spell. So I'll
It's going to take longer than 4 hours because you're out in the wilderness with nothing good to write on. This is very poor, very like poor resources for trying to copy a delicate spell into your book.
okay, sure. How long will it take?
At least 6 hours.
Okay,
Depending
no.
how you roll. Maybe an Arcana check.
Wait, gonna wait until we get back.
I'd rather have this spell going into what we're doing. What'd I get?
Let's just see if the group's convinced to... Okay. Sounds like they're letting you do it. I can't tell if it's an 18 or a 16.
What's this? That one.
That is not what was...
Okay, then I'll just re-roll.
I'm
You said
gonna-
18 or 16? We'll just take 16.
Sure.
So that's going to be 23.
Okay. Yes, you can do it in 6 hours.
Okay, so I do that. Alex, can you spend the 100 gold left in my like scribing components, not my spell components?
Yes.
Okay. And then can you write Misty Step into my spell book?
Yeah.
And did you write the other one, Locate Object?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then I will prepare my spells for the day.
All right. Okay, you do that. You guys get a like a half day's travel is what you'd have left at that point. And I need to do something.
I'm like keeping an eye out for anything like along the road, looking for curious things or anything we see that look interesting, like landmarks are off to the side, like
Okay.
just weird stuff.
Sure. That's not what I want. That's what I want. Why don't you guys entertain each other with travel talk while I look up the thing I have to look up?
Travel talk, travel talk, travel
Not
talk.
like that.
Wonderful. Oh, cart travel talk. Should have brought a card. Couldn't bring it here. Travel talk. Grumpy, not travel talk. Sorry.
Travel talk.
Ever.
I hate you all.
Travel talk?
You're the worst.
Oh, travel stop, travel food, travel snack,
Travel snack.
Travel.
travel fight, travel makeup. Oh, travel tired. Travel,
Sad.
travel sad,
Travel branch.
travel branch.
Travel
Uh-huh.
tree.
Travel pothole. Wonderful.
Stop. No.
Hotel.
Travel find a cool.
Trivago.
Travel find a cool frog and spend 15 minutes looking at it as a group.
Oh.
Travel name it Steve.
Nobody has anything to say to each other?
Oh no, we do. So, Yazel.
Hey, you're busy. Hey, Yazel.
No, we're done.
You guys
man.
are traveling. This is during travel.
What? So you said you're from Camrondale?
Yep.
So what did you mostly do? Like, I know you're part of the guild, but like, well, I can see that you're a fighter. Based on.
That's rude.
That's
I'd say
not.
You're more of a monk.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, understandable. But like, so what did you do? Like, how'd you make your money with the guild?
This is between us, right?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, this is.
Okay,
I will kill you if this gets out.
okay. So this is our group, like our group of people here, just so you know. But yeah, what did you? What?
Yeah,
what
this
did?
has to stay between us, all of us.
Okay, but between you, what's up?
It's gonna be good.
It may not have been legal.
We do that all the time. The non
Listen,
legal.
I
I
don't.
was caught a couple times. Okay, that's why we need to keep it on the down low.
Okay.
Yeah, only fools get caught.
Yeah, and I ain't no fool.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't been caught either.
Travel.
I thought-
Ba da 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 da.
I fought often.
Okay.
I rigged my own fights. Got a lot of
Oh,
goals.
that's what you meant by rigor.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so-
you told other people to throw your fights?
No. Look at me. They don't assume. They don't assume that I'm the best fighter. Okay. I'm not the best. They don't look. They're like, oh, look, a small dragonborn.
Yeah,
I wear
you don't
that.
seem threatening
Oh,
at all.
and
No,
you
I can be very non-threatening when I want to be.
and you fluff it and you bring up the bets and then you kick ass. Okay.
And I say, and I tell them, if you beat me, I'll pay you with it. I just want to try. And they're like, oh, a small little lady, I can get easy money.
Hey, well, I got some skill with a disguise kit.
He does not.
We and Dre's good at collecting bets. We might be able to do some work here.
We
We've
have to keep it on the down, though. There's a guard on my ass.
well, it'd be easier, but we could disguise you. I'm just saying we've done some stuff in the arena before, more like we get in a fight with rich people and then pickpocket them while we're pretending to fight. That was difficult.
You pickpocketed rich people.
Yeah, we stole like pendants, gold, rings, things that
Very fun.
yeah.
Right? Did you ever get caught?
No.
You swear.
Yes.
Yep.
I got hit very, very hard.
We have not not been caught doing anything.
Uh.
We're experts. The elbow variant.
Yeah.
I noticed the elbow. I noticed the elbow.
Hang on.
Travel laughter.
Make me a sleight of hand
That is a
and
24 sleight of hand.
make me a perception check with.
Oh wait, no, that is a 29 sleight of hand.
Nice.
I'm a very subtle elbower.
I got a natural 20 plus my 1.
Ha! Natural 20. You notice.
Yeah, you would notice. No, it's just my elbow go do a little dunk.
I work a lot.
Roscoe will plop down on your shoulder. Oh,
What is this?
A
that
demon.
is my friend Roscoe.
A demon?
Not he's not a demon. He's not a
Wolf
demon.
in owl's clothing.
He is a snowy owl familiar.
No, he is
He
absolute
just
menace.
he gives you the one-eye death, like the one-eye death glare.
He bites your earlobes.
He rubs his head affectionately
Your hairs.
against her ear hole.
I pet him.
He lets you pet him. He loves
fighter.
it. He is pet whoring you.
So he's a fighter, is what you're saying.
He looks at Dre and just opens his mouth and hisses. Look.
All right, I'm ready.
You know, like how can you see my screen? Can she?
No.
If she's on the stream, she will, but it'll be delayed.
Wait, let me check. I have the stream.
So, anyways, he just sits there with his mouth open like this, looking at Dre.
Oh. Wait. It's like...
It's coming along. It's coming along.
It's coming.
It's coming. Here we go. Ready?
I see.
And he just sits there like, whenever he doesn't like Dre. He just sits there with his mouth open,
Now,
and he's like,
who has the highest perception in the group?
I have a +4. It's probably Lorelei.
Probably Lorelai.
Look, that is a +8, yeah.
Please roll a perception check with Lorelai.
Alright, I'm gonna guidance myself.
Nope.
No.
This is to see if you- Yeah, this is to see if you notice something.
Alright, well, then do it against an 18. That's my passive
Your
perception.
passive perception is an 18. Okay.
Passive perception.
Alright. You guys are traveling along, bantering, talking, playing with the owl as this goes. As you guys pass an area, like you're going along the pathway that you're going in the foothills here, you guys hear a cough from behind you.
I jerk my head behind.
You jerk around, as would Barry, like turning around, as you see standing on the path what looks to be an elven man. Long silver hair, looks quite young, probably a bit younger than you guys are.
Silver-haired elven man.
He's dressed in dark leathers. You can see daggers on his waist as well, and he looks over at the group. He's like 17 yards back from you guys.
Can I walk to the back and so I'm in front of everyone? Between him and them.
Detect thoughts is going up.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of like turn into him and
Can I?
If you want to march your way to the back, you can get to the back of the group.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I wanna be in between him and the group.
oh, by the way, I have mage armor up.
Okay.
I like I always do when we're traveling.
You march your way back as Lorelai's detect thoughts comes up as well, and he's standing there. What's the range on detect thoughts?
It is
30
30
feet.
feet.
Yeah. Okay, you would not be able to detect his thoughts because he is about 50 feet from you all. As he's standing there, arms crossed, you march and get between him as he looks. If I could please you to go no further for the time being.
Why?
There is business taking place in that direction, which is private.
Business. What business is it so important that we can't go through? We also have business past here.
Private business.
Who's to say our business isn't private?
I have very little interest in hearing about your private business.
I'm gonna flash my cup
Okay.
with the bottom.
All right, you.
Or actually, no. I'm gonna thieves cant for, what are we, silver slipper or brass needle?
What are you guys?
I don't
Or
remember.
slipper,
You're
or silver,
silver
whatever
slipper at this
silver
point.
is.
So because we went from straw to brass, and we're silver slipper maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna like do the like in just one hand nonchalantly, and do the thieves cant for silver slipper.
The eyes kind of dart over and then looks you in the eye, but it doesn't seem to have any impact on him. Go ahead and make me an insight check.
Can Lorelei?
Yes, she could as well. If she...
Is she? Yeah, she'd be behind him. So go ahead. She'd see him
Yeah,
flash
yeah.
the thing. Yeah.
Okay. I
11.
assume I can't like guidance myself right in front of this guy.
And that was insight?
You can certainly try.
That was 15.
15. Okay.
Okay,
Va-
a mere 18 insight.
Okay.
Vast sync.
Yeah, you guys would both just see him look at the symbol, look you in the eye, but no reaction that you can read on his face, at least that you guys can discern. As he looks back again to Yeisel, who he's been sparring with words.
We pass through. What is this private business, and why should it interfere with us?
Feel like you misunderstand the word private.
When you say
I don't
private,
misunderstand anything. Beard. Your white hair.
I'm gonna put
We
my
need to get through here.
I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulder. Yazel,
Yeah.
let's try nice first.
Okay.
Is there someone up front that might need help? Like when you say private, it reminds me of maybe someone's being waylaid, or
Your assistance is not required.
is there trouble ahead?
How long is this business gonna take?
Make me a persuasion check, Varian.
-1.
All right. Me. 12. So 11.
11.
He looks you over. No trouble if you stay out of it.
Is there another path around that we could take?
I'm kind of walking forwards as I'm saying this, trying to get just closer so I can see a
He'll
better
back
look.
away. He maintains his distance.
Okay, and what would you do if we just continued walking? You haven't identified yourself. I have no reason to respect you. I don't know if you're someone that I should respect.
I grab you by the elbow, pull you back a little bit. This guy's a little threatening.
I say that to him.
Okay, you say that to him.
Yeah.
Do what you must. No trouble if you stay here. He looks over at Lorelei. If you must travel this direction, cut south 6 miles. Continue from there.
Understood. Thank you. I walk away.
Okay?
I walk away.
You've given us no reason to trust you or listen to you.
He's threatening.
Threatening...
I don't want to risk it. Okay.
No, for sure. But threatening doesn't imply trust or someone that I should listen to. Could you maybe
I get
identify
you're being
yourself?
defiant.
Uh,
No,
We
I
have bigger problems, Barian.
I get you're being defiant, but I don't think we should risk anything this early into the journey.
If you want to make an intimidation check to try to, like,
I'm
No,
not...
no, I just want to tell him that.
information?
Just don't
I'm talking about Barian. To try to, like,
I'll
threaten
try.
him.
Sure, why not?
If you want to, like, put on a strong front here with what you're saying.
More of like a logical front. Like just the way that it's like...
You've already tried that, though, and he was not interested in it.
No, that was a persuasive. Yeah, whatever.
That is a 12.
Yeah, so, no. 11 again.
As he just looks at you impassively. I've not asked for your trust, and I won't.
Fine. I leave.
All right, are you heading south off of the path?
He
or-
said 6 miles south.
Yeah.
I gotta ask the group first.
Or we could just sneak up the road, like off the beaten path, and see what's going on.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I was going to do. What do you think?
Nice sign, but sure.
Everyone here except for Kana knows thieves
Look.
can't.
Look, do you know this guy or something? Like, is this
No, he has an aura about him. I don't want to risk it.
He doesn't know can't either. So so everyone but Kana knows can't. Oh no, Kana does too.
No.
Kana got into the guild.
You taught her the phrases and can't she would need to get to the guild. You even gave her like a cheat
Okay,
sheet to learn.
so
from.
everybody but Kana knows can't.
I don't know if Yazel knows thieves can't. Is that in your languages, Yazel?
She's in the guild. You have to know can't to be in the guild.
You don't necessarily need to know can't to join the guild. Kana is part of the guild and does not know thieves can't.
Okay.
Especially with the Beggars Guild being part of it.
So it wouldn't be. She wouldn't know it then. She's a monk. She wouldn't know it.
I only know Dragonus.
So me and Dre and
Dragonic?
And Lorelai
wouldn't know
does
it either.
Lorelai know thieves can't?
No, she wouldn't know it either.
No.
Yeah, so just you and Dre.
I think it might make sense to make it a guild thing.
Well, it's something they can learn. Just
Okay.
like learn anything.
Sure.
So,
I would just be using message then to everybody. I think we should go off, and I'm gonna send Roscoe, and just stay close to the path. And if this guy decides to follow us and be a problem, then we'll whatever. I'm
Right.
using message. He can't hear.
mm-hmm.
I don't know how to respond. I just nod. I don't know what you're doing in my head right now.
You just hear a whisper in your ear, and it's his voice saying those words.
I just do a small nod.
As you guys start walking south into the bush.
I do stay near the back between them still.
Okay.
Yeah. Dre will mind link to Barian. Do we all have to go, or maybe just the two of us, like, scout it out?
Yeah, the two of us could go.
Lorelai would notice as you guys head south away from this figure, judging by the sounds coming from behind you, you are being followed.
We are being followed.
Okay, I'm going to touch Roscoe.
Mhm.
I'm going to cast invisibility on him,
Okay.
and I'm going to send him back about 100 feet in the air and following the guy, and basically every once in a while shooting me a 6-second of what he's doing.
Okay, Roscoe flies back, and he would find the man standing exactly where he was before.
And I'd be like, Lorelai, it says that he's still standing there.
Well, someone's following us.
Did he leave an illusion? And
I don't know, I just hear.
okay. I'd like to make perception with Roscoe.
Okay.
Listening and see if you can see bushes rustling or any of the vegetation or scuffs or anything like that.
By the guy or by you guys?
By the guy, if we're being followed by an invisible person.
Right, but
Yeah.
the guy is still back where you left him. You guys have
Well,
gone south into the bush at
Yeah,
this
but
point.
Lorelai said he's following us, or someone's following us.
Right, so my question is he by the guy he can see, or does he come back by you guys to try to see if he can pick up the person
Oh yeah, no,
following
he
him?
comes back over behind us.
That's what I'm asking. Okay.
And Lorelai is also gonna, like, make a concerted effort, like, cast guidance and see if she can pick out anything.
Okay. Alright. We will have you roll a perception check. We'll also have your bird roll a perception check, which it has advantage for.
What's this one? Oh, I dare mess it up. What's that?
13.
And then I'll roll it.
And 5.
Okay, so that's going to be 16.
16. And Lorelai got?
27.
27. Okay. Your bird would spot a figure following you guys from a distance, seeming to use sound more than sight to follow you guys, judging by the amount of bush that's between you two. But they are moving rather delicately through the woods, although they seem somewhat inexperienced with the mistakes they're making occasionally, like snapping a twig here or rustling something there. But they're wearing a cloak that kind of shifts along with them, that makes them hard to spot in the foliage as its color shifts to follow what's around it. Lorelai would still be able to hear them, but they are out of sight, so she is not able to see them, but she has a very good idea of where they are following you guys.
Okay, I'm going to Lorelai, Dre, just go quiet and hide, and then Kana and Yazel, keep moving forward.
Understood.
Okay.
And
The
I
people
will-
hiding. Make
Yeah.
a stealth check.
What's that?
3
And then
and 3.
really?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
From the rest of you,
Do I need to, or am I?
No, you're
no,
good.
you're carrying on. So Lorelei
And Dre.
Dre.
Dre got a 26. Lorelei got a 22.
Okay. Lorelei, with your hearing, as Yeisel and them continue on, you would not hear the figure moving to follow them.
What does Roscoe see? He's still following it.
Roscoe would see them stop, maintaining the same distance between your group that's trying to hide themselves as they were from the other group.
I would just shake my head and continue walking.
Okay.
But I would message these guys. I'm like, just stay.
Okay.
Does he keep
Should I just
walking
stop?
once I leave?
No.
Okay, I'm like, here, just keep walking. Dre, maybe you can sneak around to him, and I would like direct Dre with what Roscoe's telling me with message. I'm assuming he's within 120 feet of us.
Yes.
Okay, so I would direct Dre with message based off what Roscoe's telling me how to sneak around to him.
So that clump of trees, is that where he is? Or is it that clump of trees?
Just right over there. He's coming around the side.
Alright. Be right back.
Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Alright. That is a 27.
Okay. You slip quietly into the forest, and eventually find yourself behind and stalking this figure that's been following the rest of your group. As you'd get occasional flashes of a figure moving quickly from hiding spot to hiding spot as quietly as they can behind your group. You notice a couple of like beginner mistakes that are part of what's letting them be easy enough for you guys to hear for them so quickly. So you're guessing probably a novice with some training, like not like a novice like somebody off the street, like a novice of somebody who does this professionally.
Alright, so I'm gonna very quietly draw my dagger of spite.
Hmm?
And I think behind it, sort of put one arm like around his chest, and then another with my other hand put the knife against his throat, and just whisper into his ear,
Roll me an attack check first.
an attack.
You have advantage because they don't see you coming. But
Okay. A natural 20.
okay, you grab them, dagger to the throat, as you have them just held in a firm grip, steel pressed against their exposed throat. As you pull back, you would see it looks like a young elven man that you're holding now, even younger than the first.
Hello there.
As soon as I hear that voice, I'm heading over.
How-
Roscoe's right there.
Yeah, I guess, Ross, you start moving that way?
Yeah.
Okay. You would see him start to cast a spell, Dre.
His hands or
even
his
like-
voice or material?
Let me look.
Because Dre could fuck up his fingers, put his hands in his mouth. Like, there's lots of things Dre could do to mess up the spell.
Hands and mouth moving, and they're reaching for something in their pocket as well.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter if you mess
I'm
it.
just gonna. Yeah, I'm going to cover his mouth. Hey,
Given your natural 20, I won't make you roll for that, as you just put your hand over their mouth and mess with the verbal component of that, as they and bite your hand a little bit.
you scream, you die, and I'll
Shaking the table, Danny.
Oh.
let him go. Like, just let his mouth free.
Okay. You pull your hand off their mouth, keeping your dagger to their throat. They stand there. You can feel them, like, tense, but nothing else from them. as
Right, what's
you
your
hear
deal?
Barian stomping over as you'd show up about then.
I'm
Yeah,
going.
so what's your deal?
Barian, you'd see the young elven face just glaring at you, not able to look over its shoulder at Dre, but the mouth just pressed into a cold, hard line.
I believe this is where you speak.
They glare at you.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over and frisk him.
Okay, you start patting him down. You would find a dagger on either hip.
I would take him.
You would also find a there's a coin purse, but it's been stuffed with cloth and stuff so that the coins don't jingle or anything like that.
Okay, so grab
There's
it.
a small bag, like a small bag of some rope and like other survival gear, tinder box,
care
and stuff
about
like that.
And then
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
And I'm gonna cast
16.
so
friends on
21 or 20.
20. Okay. You would also find the dagger in the boot.
Okay,
And
component pouch.
Yeah, you could take the component pouch
Okay,
off.
and then
as
his
well.
cloak. I'll take that off
Okay,
as well.
you pull the cloak off of him.
What is it? Does it look? What does it look like?
Do any of you have a cloak of elven kind?
No, but
No, we have boots.
Okay.
I have the boots.
Make me an Arcana check. That's a natural 1. You have no idea what this is.
Okay, I still grab the cloak.
Okay, you pull the cloak off him. Your brother will need to move a bit to do that. So, make me an athletics check, Dre.
Alright, and I'm also gonna cast friends on him.
Oh, baby.
That's a 15.
15. Okay. Friends. You have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards you. This creature is hostile towards you.
I'd bring back.
Oh!
I would have messaged Lorelai and them to come back, and the group.
Okay. With your 15, as you're pulling the cloak off of him, he abandons it, but jumps out of it and rolls and pops up in like a crouch away from you guys, no longer at knife point.
Okay.
As he's kind of backing away a bit to put some distance between the two of you and himself.
Hold person.
Alright. Cast Hold Person. That is a... what type of saving throw?
Wisdom, I believe.
Wisdom. Yeah.
Uh,
No, drop it, dice!
that is a 14.
This fails.
Alright, as he freezes in place, you see the eyes like straining to look between the two of you as he's frozen there.
I'm gonna wait for Lorelai and them to get there, and then we're going to
Okay.
tie this shit out of them.
It is going to take 2 turns for Lorelai to go get there, so he does have 2 chances to escape.
Sure. I'm right in front of him, like
a 14
blade
again.
to his neck.
Okay, you put blade to his neck again. That's a 15. Does that
He
succeed?
misses. No.
Okay, so it's 15 is a failure. So Lorelai gets there as he's still there. You now have your blade to his throat.
All right, and I'm gonna say, here, help me tie.
Is my detect thought still up?
Yes. Oh wait, how long does it last?
A
10.
minute.
Yeah.
No, probably not.
Okay. I will, I'll cast it again.
Okay. You cast Detect Thoughts. The surface thoughts are best described as controlled panic. He's going through, like, you can see him going through his training for exactly this scenario in his mind. And the one thing that keeps coming up over and over again, stronger than anything else, is don't say anything, don't think anything. Don't say anything, don't think anything. Don't say anything, don't think anything.
Alright.
But you also see him like trying to measure his chances of escaping, still trying to resist the spell.
I'm tying him up, like basically getting like ready on his legs and his hands, and like tying him, like trussing him, and then I'm gonna drop the spell, and I'm going to.
Make me a survival check, because at the tail end of you tying him up, he will free himself.
What did he get?
16.
Okay, and I have them helping me, like Kanon.
Yeah. That's why it only took.
Does Kanon
3
have survival?
I'd have to look at her.
Because
Kanon.
I'm hoping she has survival.
She does not. Nope.
She doesn't have the survival.
Nope.
Does any one of them have the survival skill?
No idea.
Do any of them have the survival skill? Runa or
I don't.
does anyone in our group have the survival skill?
Sounds like no.
Lorelai? Heck, okay.
It's a good bonus,
that?
but not proficiency.
You've rolled it somewhere I can't see.
Okay.
19.
Okay, so that's lots.
Okay.
23.
As you truss them up, at the end they kind of get themselves free, but you manage to cinch it and finish tying it with them like fighting against it.
Still like dagger pointing under.
Lorelei would hear them in their thoughts analyzing the knot and notice them like thinking about feeling the knot as their hand kind of surreptitiously reaches up, and just by feeling it you would see like a picture of the knot show up in their head as they're like starting to break down the weaknesses of it and noting that it's well tied and will be difficult to break out of.
And I've basically got like tip under his chin if he decides to scream. I'm like,
Yeah, you can come back around and put your sword back.
I'm
under
like,
his
Laura,
chin.
do I know that Lorelei can do the shit she's doing?
I don't think it's been brought up.
I mean, you know she, like, gets people and has magic.
Alright, well tell me if you're Lorelei, let me know if he's doing anything. I'm gonna say, this is probably the time where you could tell us what's going on. First off, the man on the road, don't super trust him. You know, someone that won't talk to you, won't tell you what's going on, but yet they want something of you and demand it. I don't super trust that. Then you're following us around. That's not super trustful. Makes me not want to deal with you. Are we understood?
I'm just making sure you do as you were told.
Okay, and who am I to do as I am told by who? Who and what power?
Lorelei would detect the like scoff in his head that is immediately like buried by the don't say anything, don't think anything. And then he doesn't reply to you, he just glares at you.
I pierce through his bicep into the ground.
Okay. Roll to hit.
No, like he's
You have advantage.
incapacitated.
He's-
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, right, me.
I
14.
I will cover
So that's
his
lots.
mouth
Oh,
That's
when I
lots.
see you do that.
Okay, you
Like over 20.
cover his mouth as you knock him over, stab him down, pierce his.
Oh,
bicep
he's still
into
laying on the ground.
You guys, I didn't hear you say that.
Oh yeah, no, I had laid him down and tied him
Oh,
up.
okay,
And then,
yeah. You knock him over, stab into his bicep, not a peep out of him. You cover his mouth, not required. He doesn't do anything. Lorelei would see the like quick memory of similar things happening in what, from the image, she can probably gather is like training for being tortured. That just involves being tortured. As you pierce into his bicep, the teeth kind of grit a little under her hand, but there's no sound. You can go ahead and make me an intimidation check if you want.
Not with advantage.
No, he's trained for this. That's 5.
Nothing.
Dre's gonna, like, kneel down. You're like, look, kid, we don't need you on our conscience. But if we don't know that you don't have something else going on that you want us dead, then we can't leave you alive.
No
We don't know who any of you
trouble
people are, and
if
we
you
can't trust
go south.
Who's to give us trouble?
If
Who's
Dre
to
wants
threaten
make a
us?
persuasion check, you can.
Dre can, sure.
Alright.
Stop shaking.
Oh, okay. I do my best. Like, just leave it be. Like,
No, it checks the camera.
That is a 22. Dirty 20.
He will spit out just 2 words. And that is Oriel family business. Sorry, that's 3 words, but yeah.
do we know Oriel family?
You can make me a history check.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else with history, make the check.
Yeah. Anybody with elven blood can make me a check.
That's only a 12. Oh no, yeah, 12.
I mean, I guess Drake could.
Yeah, Dre definitely could.
So could Lorelei.
So could Lorelei.
14.
14?
Sure. Lorelei got a 13.
Okay. So Lorelei would not know. The 2 of you would recognize the name almost instantly with
Okay.
a 12 and a 14. The Oriel family is one of the 5 great houses that control Ethlindir, the continent of the elves.
Okay.
And they divide the whole continent up into like 5 kingdoms, 1 under each family.
Okay. Like, why didn't you just lead with that? We're from Ethlindir.
Just glares at you with gritted teeth.
It seems foolish. Like, are you trying to not be known that you're on this continent?
All right. I'll pull Barry up and stand up. Just don't let us see you again.
I'm just sick and tired of being pushed around by people who think they're better than everyone.
Yeah, this isn't the place to deal with that.
I know it's not, but when is? I'm gonna slam my sword into the tree beside
Yeah,
him.
well, not with like, two trainees who don't know any better.
Well, understandable. My owl was following him pretty much from the road, so.
Alright, I'll untie him.
Okay. You untie him and he sits himself up and just rips off part of his cloak and starts wrapping his bicep with it.
His cloak is gone.
No, part of his
Okay.
traveling cloak.
Do we have a health potion?
Yeah.
I give him a health potion. Yeah.
He stares at it but doesn't grab it.
For your arm.
Pulls himself up and finishes wrapping it, teeth pulling it tight.
I stick my finger in it and lick it. It's fine. Take it or leave it. Not or
Leave
yes.
it.
Great, I leave. I walk away. Fuck this guy.
My things.
Why should I give you back your things? Stalking me, telling me what to do, being completely disrespectful. Give me a reason.
He just glares at you.
Great. You can't give me a reason. I walk away.
Okay.
Here, I'll throw him a dagger.
Okay. One of his daggers?
Well, I assume Barry stormed off with them, so I'll give
I
him
have
one
all
of mine.
three. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic before I give him back his shit. What's magical?
Okay. The cloak and one of the daggers.
I
is
throw him the
magical.
2 daggers that aren't magical.
He only had 2 daggers.
He had 3. He had
Oh,
two in
right,
his
the
belt,
boot
one in
dagger.
his boot.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw the 2 daggers that aren't magical. I'm
Okay.
gonna keep the cloak.
The component pouch is also technically not magical, and neither is the bag with the coin in it.
Okay, I'm gonna throw him his coin, and I'm gonna give him his component pouch. Do I give him his component pouch? I'm gonna turn back to him. I'm like, I'm gonna give this to you in good faith because I know some of these are hard to come by. Think of the cloak and the dagger as a tax for not being good enough at sneaking.
Just glares at you.
Teaching you.
Picks up his pouch, picks up his dagger, slips one into his boot, one onto his belt.
I'm gonna put the cloak on.
Okay, you throw it over your shoulders as you're now wearing the cloak.
Okay. And then I'll throw the dagger to Dre. It's magical, I'm not sure what it does.
Alright, I'll just, we'll look at it later. I'll throw it in the bag of holding.
With the cloak on your back, it's just like a dull brown cloak.
That's fine.
It does require attunement.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Yeah, I'm just
throw
gonna
the
put it in the
dagger
bag of
back.
holding for now.
'Kay.
So,
Does the dagger require attunement?
You've no idea what it does. So.
Okay.
no, we'll just throw all of his stuff in the bag of holding.
Yeah, which is the dagger and the
Figure
cloak
hunting.
is what you guys
Sure.
kept.
Throw it in the thing.
And then you guys leave?
Yeah. I don't care about going to the road now that I know it's Oriel business. Like,
Okay.
what do we know about the family?
Yeah.
They are a powerful ruling family. All of the major families are descended from the royal family that has since collapsed. So there is no longer a king of Ethlandir, just the families and the Feywild and the dragons that rule it.
Yeah. I would do I don't think we need to get involved in that. It just frustrates me that somebody can't be clear and open. For once in their life. Are they thieves? Are they villains? No, they're a ruling family of Ethlandir.
Yeah,
It's not like they're not
the way-
allowed in this land.
It's the way nobility works. They don't stay in power if they tell everyone everything.
Barian is furious. Like, he's
Just
livid.
ranting.
Like, I'm just tired of getting, ran over by people. I'm like, first it's a noble there, then it's a noble here. It's like, when do I have purchase to start slitting throats?
When you become a noble.
I don't need to become a noble. I just need to become powerful. Look at Nem. Is it Nem
Sure,
or Nem?
this is,
Nem,
this is-
yeah.
And look at Nem.
As healthy as this train of thought seems, maybe we shouldn't strive to be able to slit throats and get away with it.
Well, I don't have problems with. I'm not looking to be a bad person, but I'm tired, Dre. I'm tired of being trod on. I'm tired of being told I can't, don't, you don't deserve, blah blah blah. I'm tired.
Yeah, well,
I have Roscoe above, keeping an eye out,
Mhm.
like flying circle around us, keeping an eye
I
out
mean,
for
I
people.
don't entirely disagree, but I think that takes time. And I don't want you to, like, run off and get yourself killed by people who
Yeah,
are more powerful than you.
and we never identified ourselves, by the way.
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right. Unless anyone else, like, are you guys
Can all this be happening? Can I teach? Can hearing it patty cake?
You guys are walking. You guys are traveling again at this point.
Yeah.
As they basically added like a day. Well, yeah, we'll call this day a wash towards the travel.
Yeah.
With the late start and the detour, you guys aren't much further than you began by the end of it. We're gonna take a quick break. We're not baking, I promise. Yeah, it's 8:15. We're gonna take a quick break here. I'm going to put us over to the Be Right Back screen. So see you guys soon.
Be right back. It's dinner time.
Hello, welcome back. We're back. Oh, Kitten Bob. Hello.
Like, I'm not saying it was a vasectomy, but it was pretty close.
I thought we were done with our conversation.
Okay. Well. Oh, are we live?
Are we?
That's awkward.
Anyways,
So the campaign.
so, look, I'm surprised what someone can do with garden shears.
Yeah.
It's like a little a guillotine for your dick.
Guillotine. That is a new thing. I've never heard that. So it's like a guillotine for your dick, right? All right, moving on.
Robin Hood men in tights looking.
Oh,
Everybody,
jeez.
go ahead and just wipe out any inspiration you have. We're gonna
I
clear
never
the
ha-
slate.
I never had any inspiration.
Yeah, me neither.
You can't get no. Bam, bam,
Oh
bam.
wait, look how cool my cup is.
Ooh.
Hold up, I can't see it. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's pretty wild.
So cool.
Danny, can I?
I'm getting it in first. Okay. Anyways, moving on.
Right. So we return back to the group.
Traveling.
Although they're in their second day of their 6-day journey, they have only really made one day of travel so far, having encountered an elven figure in camouflage on the road who told them to detour. They begrudgingly accepted, and when they noticed they were being followed, decided to ambush their follower, managing to tie them up, and with a light application of torture, discovered that they were part of the Uriel family, a powerful elven family from Ethlindir, land of the elves. We return with them having stolen his magical cloak and dagger, and carried on their journey. And if there's anything you guys would like to do immediately after that encounter, we could do it now, or we'll come back to you guys settling down
For the
to
night?
camp.
Before we end up cast.
Lorelai's just gonna keep like an extra vigilant eye out behind us as we go away, make sure that we aren't still being followed.
Okay.
I also cast Identify on the two things once we get to camp.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Alright. Guidance. It's a natural one, so
Okay.
just
Seems fine.
kinda lost in thought.
Yeah.
I didn't say Roscoe was helping, so
Oh.
nope.
Okay, so you guys travel for the rest of the day until eventually setting up camp once again in the foothills. You were casting Identify once you guys set up camp, or what were you saying, Danny?
Yeah, well, once we get to camp, I'm gonna identify the two items.
Okay.
Yeah. So two. Bop, bop.
Yeah, you take 20 minutes to identify them. The one is a +1 dagger, and the other is a cloak of elven kind.
I'll throw the cloak to Yazel. This will make it harder to see.
Do you know how to use a dagger? Do you want to use a dagger?
I'm throwing. That was the next thing I was gonna say. I throw the dagger to Dre. It's just magical.
Yeah, but I already have one.
I could use a dagger for sure. Do you want?
Well,
Are you good
I
with?
don't know. I guess for giving everything to you.
Oh,
This dragon
I'll identify the.
I would love it. I would love everything. I will take
Right.
it all.
All right.
Yeah, because her things are magical at level 6. Does Lorelei have anything magical? Or yeah, she's all magical. Does
I
Kana?
don't need it. I don't need any of that.
Does Kana have anything magical?
She's got her face steel blade.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll throw it to. Your punches are all magical anyway, so it'll give you something else. Do you want me to identify your? Oh no, you have.
And I'm pretty sure it's a monk weapon.
I don't know. Our
Monk.
knives, simple weapons.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Proficiencies, weapons, simple weapons, and short swords. Simple weapon, 5e weapons. Weapons. I'm pretty sure a dagger is a simple weapon. I'm like 100% sure. Simple melee. Oh wow,
You
they
cut
actually
out
are
at the
not.
perfect time.
Oh, okay. So she's not proficient, but actually
Wait,
you can be.
Where are daggers?
If you
Maybe? No, they are. Yes, yeah,
oh, they are.
yeah. They're a simple weapon.
Okay.
You cut out at the perfect time to be like, I'm pretty sure daggers are weapons.
Oh,
Like, yeah.
yeah, they are. They are weapons.
Actually, you have
That's
some.
insane.
Yeah.
A dagger?
Doiga. Go Doiga.
A dagger.
Yeah.
So you now
Right.
have a +1 dagger, which since it's a monk weapon, you can use your monk dice instead of the dagger's dice to hit with.
Oh, and then the hand crossbow. That was just a +1 crossbow, right?
What hand crossbow?
The magical hand crossbow I got from the Drider.
Yes,
Okay.
But it's iron.
and it's also spun from spider silk, iron
Oh,
spider
yeah.
silk.
I'm also using the spider silk sword now
Okay.
as my.
Your
iron.
brother will probably give you like a wider berth than normal if you've got that on your hip most of the time. It'll be uncomfortable to be next to you, at least on the side of you that has that weapon.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Crazy. Pretty bonkers.
It's fine. I don't need to be close to you. Doesn't bother me at all.
Okay. Yeah, we're traveling. Or
Okay.
sleeping now.
Yeah, you identify those as everybody make me a perception check for each of your characters. 5.
9.
It's a 9.
I also got a 9.
Okay.
9, 9, 9, 9.
22. That's a 30 for Lorelei.
Woof.
And a 11 for Dre.
18 for Kana.
18.
The night passes without incident as you guys awake the next morning to continue your travels. You guys
Alright.
carry on.
I am
along the
going to
path.
before we leave. Like we're on the road, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys have rejoined the path at this point.
I'm just going to cast an alarm, and I'm going to like just bury the wire in the dirt, and I'm going to
At your
as a
guys'
ritual.
camp?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the road, like right in the middle of the road, kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just kind of bury it there and like make it look like I'm just like double checking everything, and then
Okay. You take
Yep.
10 minutes to bury it there. And
head on.
Put it in there as you guys carry forward. All right. The day's travel also passes without incident.
Alarm doesn't go off.
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, eventually a bug would go through it and it would go off, but
It has to be a substantial.
I don't think so.
Well, that was something I talked to you about, like, or at least I should be able to like set it for something.
Dun, dun, dun. A tiny or larger creature touches or enters the
So
area.
tiny is like a squirrel.
Yeah.
Or a cat.
So it would eventually go off.
Okay. If
but
I
you
make
would
a
be
check,
long gone.
if I make a spell check, can I modify the spell to try and modify it to
Sure.
collect what I want?
Yeah. What do you want to modify it for? Just to
I
pick
want
up
it to do like
medium or humanoid.
I want it to do like dogs are bigger, like
Okay.
that kind of creature.
You rolled.
So medium or larger, basically, because a dog
I
is.
can't tell if that's a 13 or not. Can you just tilt that towards me? Yeah, 13.
Okay, so that is a 20.
20? Yeah, sure. So medium or larger creatures.
Yeah, which includes like wolves
So yeah,
and
it
dogs.
doesn't. It doesn't pick up anything.
Okay, all right. Sounds good.
All right. Yeah, you guys carry on
Small town.
What?
There was a small town halfway.
No, the small town is at the end. It's a small tribal settlement
Oh,
in the
right.
mountains.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
so you guys carry on, heading to rest at the end of that day, getting deeper into the mountains at this point. Go ahead and everybody make me a perception check. That is a 19 for Kana. We're getting higher and higher here.
I got a 5.
9 for Danny.
9. That's a 13.
13, 5.
23 for Lorelei, and a 17 for Dre.
Okay. The evening passes without incident, as does the next day's travel. As this would bring you guys to the point where the path ends, and you guys are now relying on being able to follow the path charted on your map into the game trails and like precarious trails through the mountains. So who is taking the lead on finding the way there? This will be a survival check to follow the map.
No, not.
I guess it's me.
I'm not bad at maps. If you
is there a
want
way that
someone
we
else to
can-
do it,
What's your survival?
well, if I had to quantify it, I'd give it about a 5.
Oh, are you proficient? Like, do you have to be...
No,
No,
I've
you don't
never
have to be
been
proficient.
taught how.
You
I
have
just
to
sort
be?
of have a
No.
sense for them.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, then sure, I will assist Lorelei.
Okay. Go ahead and roll survival with advantage. Actually, in this case, I'll just have you both roll.
I will guidance myself.
That's a
Show me
18
the
and
way.
a 16.
Near.
We're going with 18. 22.
You don't have proficiency, according to my.
Yes, he knows that.
Is that a +1?
Oh, never mind then. I thought I did have proficiency, so
Oh.
that is it's a 19.
Okay.
Right. The 13 plus 5 is an 18 for Lorelei.
Okay. You guys follow the path into the mountains. It's fairly easygoing at this point. Nothing too extreme. You're pretty sure you're going the right way. The landmarks you're seeing match the ones that were described to you to arrive here. As you guys settle down for a rest that evening, go ahead and make me a perception check, everybody.
I would like to cast a spell as well.
What spell would you like to cast?
One of the daggers that I gave back to him, I'm going to cast Locate Object.
Okay, yeah. Let me...
I believe it's within 1,000
you should
yards.
be able to do that. 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, you cast Locate Object, concentrating on the dagger you handed back to him. We'll say the boot dagger. You do not detect such an item within 1,000 feet of you.
Okay. Can we do that? I have a couple things I want to do as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you want
So,
to do that, you're doing
I'm
it
gonna-
before you guys go to sleep.
Yeah,
then
I'm going to
sure.
ask everybody to come. Hey, guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Here, come here.
Yeah.
I'm going to take, basically, your coat or something. Or
Oh, sorry. I also want to make a note that Runa, pulling out the cloak and, spending an evening with it, you would wake up the next morning, last morning you would have woken up, and you would have noticed the cloak that before was just, plain on you, now shifts to match your surrounding, to try to blend in with the foliage and stuff around you. And if you, pull it over yourself, you kind of look like a rock there on the ground, or if you're against a tree, it takes on a bark-like pattern.
if she flips
That's
it,
so cool.
if she flips it inside out, does it just go brown?
No.
So it's always doing this.
Yeah, it's a shifting cloak.
Okay. I want to take out 4 coins.
Okay.
And I'm going to basically, I'm going to take out copper, silver, gold, and what's another one that we have?
Platinum?
Electrum.
Sure, I don't know if you guys have any Electrum.
I don't have any written down. that
I'm assuming.
I don't think
we-
I've given you guys any Electrum, and I can't see why you would have pulled some out, so I doubt you have Electrum. But you might have Platinum.
Fine, anyways, I take 5 copper pieces,
Okay.
and I look at each one, and I'm basically going to take a knife, and I'm going to make one tick, 2 tick, 3 tick, 4 tick. So
Okay.
each one has a different amount of ticks.
Okay.
And then I'm also going to put one, and I'm going to take a needle and thread from the disguise kit kind of thing, and I'm going to kind of sew it into the collar or a hem or somewhere into the, so it's sewn into the coat kind of thing.
Which coat?
everyone's coats.
Oh, okay.
Or like a garment that they wear all the time, like your pants or something like that couldn't easily be ripped off,
Sure. Yeah.
kind of thing. And then I also put one in my own, kind of thing. And then I'm gonna go grab like just like a couple different like pebbles, different colors. I'm gonna be like, here, each one of you guys, throw these into like a pocket or a coin purse or something. Coin purse would work actually, because at least I can know you where they are if I look at the pebbles. Or if your money gets stolen, I can always find that as well.
Each of you should write this down.
Yeah. So you each have a...
So you guys should write who has which of the coins, which of the pebbles, and make a note that he has sewn something into the color of your guys' garments.
Yeah.
You would not be able to sew it into the magical garment.
No, I would just do it on a different piece of her
But yeah,
clothing.
yeah. I was just...
But I've looked at her cloak. I've looked at their, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you all have a copper coin in somewhere in your garments that can't be removed easily without like ripping your clothing apart, kind of thing. And then you all have a pebble in your coin purses. And then yeah, like the bag of holding, the like outside of it kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna find like a tiny bit of twine that I know,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna kind of like loop it around the outside, like the cord of the bag of holding.
Okay.
And just like tie it and kind of stick it under one of the little pieces.
Sure.
But I'm gonna wrap a piece of like my hair into the twine kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah, you should write that down.
Yeah, I have it. Yeah, I will. Yeah, so I do
Does
that.
everybody have that noted?
Alright, which coin does Dre have? And which
You have the
one
one tick. You have the 1 tick coin.
Okay.
Runa, you have the 2 tick coin.
Okay.
Lorelei has the 3 tick coin. And Kana has the 4 tick coin.
Okay.
And then the pebbles are just individual pebbles. It doesn't really matter. I'll remember them. I'll just be like Kana's pebble, blah blah, right?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
They're all like a little different color or shape or something like that.
I chose the biggest one.
Sure. It's not really relevant at that point.
All right. You do that, taking a bit of time in the morning. Judging by the amount of sewing involved, probably like a good hour
Sure.
to have that all done.
And then we can do our rest.
Sorry, that's the evening before
Yeah.
you guys go to sleep.
Alright, alright, and which one does Lorelei have, just to double check?
She has the 3 tick.
Okay, that's what I...
Oh.
I tell them, I'm like,
perception-
this just
My
makes it...
perception was a big fat 2.
Gotcha. That is an 11.
Oh yeah, it's a 15.
15.
Lorelei and Dre, and that's a 12 for Kina.
Snap shit. Oh, I already rolled that one. I guess I'll use the new one. I don't know, the new one's much higher, but I don't really remember the old one. So I don't know what to do.
So just take the number.
Dre got a,
We'll just take your passive perception then.
sure, an 18.
Okay.
It's about what she, got on the first one. And Dre got a 16.
Okay. The evening passes without incident as you guys set out to traveling the next morning. The terrain is getting rockier and more difficult to traverse as you guys are going, and I need another survival check from both of you as you try to follow the map deeper into the mountains. It's 5.
Still away from me.
That's a
you
6.
D4. Guidance saying that is a 27.
Oh god.
Okay. You guys come to a point where the two of you disagree on which direction to take. Lorelei thinks you guys should head through the mountain pass that is ahead of you guys and travel to the other side of it. And Barian is pretty sure that you guys have gotten turned around and should backtrack to your last camp. And this is nearing the like midway through the day of travel.
Look, I respect your judgment and all, but you're not right. This is where we're supposed to go. It says right here. See this little arch? This arch is the cave entrance.
I'm gonna like look at Kana and look at the rest and I don't know. It's
Well,
Matt.
you don't want to lead them all down the wrong path, do you?
Are you guilt tripping me?
What if I was?
Well, I just won't lead into guilt trips. You do whatever you want. You lead them down the wrong path. I won't be guilt tripped. I give her the map. Turn around.
Alright. You know what? I respect you. And we'll go my way.
I like wait to see if anybody's like staying with me. I'm like,
Both of you make persuasion checks. Danny's rolled another 5.
That's a 4.
Dirty 20.
Okay. The group kind of looks over at you and looks over at Lorelei and then follows Lorelei up into the pass.
Okay, all right. I see how it is. Come on, Roscoe.
Guess we'll just talk to the slumps by ourselves.
You still need to know if they're fluffy.
Yeah, I'm like following eagerly because I'm definitely seeing the flumps.
Yeah, you
but I'm
probably don't want any of their knowledge. You know, you're not that kind of guy.
I like go back up to the back. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
All right. You guys make camp once again that evening. Perception checks, please.
And
gonna
Gray would go
send a
to
message.
like pat his brother on the shoulder, but then remembers he's wearing the gross metal stuff and doesn't.
12.
Were you sending a message
I've been
to?
sending messages to Sasha before I go to bed.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like, hey,
Oh,
just got to mountains, nearing the cave entrance for the flumps. Hopefully, not too many wyverns. Wish me luck. I'm gonna find an egg.
Well,
much.
good luck and stay safe out in the mountains. Make sure nobody's falling asleep again.
Again.
Okay.
I'm imagining you told her about Kano falling asleep.
Yeah, I would have told her about.
No.
Well, I wouldn't have known actually, unless
Oh,
Yazel.
I'm sure it probably
Oh,
came up.
yeah,
Kana's
Kan-
not super secretive about it. She's
No.
not the type to hide it.
And she snores. I'm just kidding. She doesn't. She wouldn't. So she'd be dead if she
Yeah,
snored.
she would be dead if she snored.
Missing you, 3 tongue sticking out emoji.
ROFLMAO.
It's like, hope the wyverns aren't too much. Lol.
Also, Danny, you can take a D8 for the, I won't listen to your guilt tripping. That was good.
Yeah. ROFLMAO. Rolling on floor, laughing my ass off until I pee. ROFLMAO.
UN.
What
UIP? Yeah.
what a way to impress your date.
I didn't send that.
Still, what a way.
Ruffle Malyup. Yup. Ruffle Malyup. Okay. He's rolling D6s again.
Okay. I will get everybody's perception check.
Ross goes in this too. What's that?
12.
10.
10. That's 14 for me. What's that?
I can't see. 16.
Okay. What's that?
Why are you rolling 3 times?
Roscoe has advantage.
Oh, natural 20.
Roscoe! Jeez! Drake, he just saw your butthole. Have any of you guys seen that Amanda McCants on YouTube?
No.
She's the one who does like, I'm a model, and she does like, I'm an Instagram model, and she does like the videos is like, I'm a stepmom. Like, you have to look her up. She's hilarious. Like but she does like sketch comedy of all of these things, and it's hilarious. I'll play one afterwards.
Lorelei got a 21.
Okay.
I got
Dre got a 19.
I got a
19.
14, and Roscoe got a natural 20.
And what did Yaisel get?
Oh, 12.
12. Okay.
What can I get?
Kana got a natural 1.
Oh, wow.
As she falls asleep once again.
We're gonna get Kena some cacao.
Okay. I want to look that up. So, you guys continue on into the next day's journey. I need another survival check from both of you.
I'm not doing it anymore.
Okay.
Well, no, I wouldn't know that I'm bad till she like tells me I'm bad.
You're pretty sure you guys are lost. You're pretty sure she's led you the wrong way, and
Yeah.
you guys are going the wrong way. 2.
Okay, that is a 1.
You are certain you guys are lost, and she's like pointing out like this landmark's the one they talked about, and you're like seeing like No, they said like 2 bumps, and that one's like half a bump for sure. You are certain
I
that
am-
she is like you are smug about it.
But I'm being like kind of passive aggressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
And be like, yep, yeah, no, you're right, but like louder than it needs to be. I'm like, yep, she's right, hey, definitely right.
Yeah, Isol's just tired of it. Tired of arguing. It's like, okay, kids, just choose a direction.
I just don't think she can read common.
I just want to get some.
Shade. Ooh.
Alright, that is a 19 for...
A 19. Okay. This last part will involve some rock climbing. So,
Rock climbing.
I need everybody to make an athletics check. And you guys have climbing gear for all of you, so I will lower the DC.
Do I add my athletics?
Yes.
Robots in. Fuck. Sorry.
Man, I was enrolling so great tonight, I was wondering when it would stop.
Did it just stop?
I take it
Look,
now.
can't stop, won't stop feeling the beat.
I got a natural. I got 24 with a natural 20.
Okay.
Isaac, roll D20 for me, please.
That is a 9.
Oh, thanks. Is this acrobatics?
Nope.
With guidance, Lorelai got a 6, Dre got a 5.
You guys will here to carry the team.
Okay. I need you to make the check for me again, as both of them tumble during the climb, the difficult climb to get to the kind of...
How high is it?
You guys, they fell from like 20 feet, but they rolled really well, judging by the 2 1s I rolled on damage. So,
Who fell?
Lorelai and Dre both fell.
Okay,
How tall is the wall?
The thing you're going to climb, it's like multi-stages of cliff. The tallest one of them is 40 feet.
Okay. Alright, squeaky wheel, I guess. It's a natural 20, for Lorelai and a 18 for Dre.
Okay.
Time around.
That is enough for both of them
I would hope so.
to make it up.
Yeah, if it's not, we're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, all of you make it up. The 2 of them falling and scraping themselves a little bit
Oh yeah, how
along
much
the way.
damage did they take?
2 each.
As I'm like looking at the map as she
I don't
goes
know
up.
if we're gonna make it.
Well, Lorelai, hopefully that fall brought some sense to you.
Varian,
Yes?
I respect you. Everything that you're capable of. But you need to learn to trust people.
I'm just gonna kind of like, just not say anything and hand the map back to her.
As you guys get over the top of this last rise, Barian, mentioning this, Lorelai in the lead, as you would see nestled up high, still not yet like in the fullness of the steep mountains, but up above the foothills and in the crags, a small settlement of mostly wattle daub and wooden huts built up here, maybe 5 of them. They look large enough to host multiple people in each of them.
Is this it? Are
This
we here
looks-
now?
Well, this looks rather like a city, doesn't it? Well, I mean, not really a city, more like a couple huts, but a settlement, I guess.
Do you think maybe they have shamanistic magic?
Why?
Well, I don't know. They seem tribal.
That seems like a stereotype.
Let's find out. And I'm gonna like walk the hill.
Okay, you walk over and you see a couple of the people sitting around the large bonfire in the middle. Look up towards you guys as it's getting into the evening, and you see them look over. A couple of them pick up their wooden spears beside them. You guys would see one interesting house kind of towards the back of the village now that you come around the edge of it. That is like a proper log cabin, which is the only like modern-ish looking village building around.
There's a whole village in the village.
Whoa.
Exactly, yes. You just get me, and I hate everything about you.
So eloquent.
Yeah.
Also, Danny, your smugness has upgraded your inspiration to a D10.
Oh, wonderful. It'll come in help when you're killing me later.
Yes, indeed.
Like wyvern on my left, wyvern on my right. Oh, there was a wyvern going for my head, but I inspirationed out of the way. Still grabbed by 2 wyverns, but could have been 3.
Okay.
Do I hear a meteor? I do.
Do you? So, what do you guys do as you see this small tribe up here in the mountains?
It's worth pointing out that Lorelai does not rub in the fact that she was right at all.
Noted.
She knows Varian like really likes being good at things and doesn't like want to, you know.
Noted. Like it's noted by Barian, but it's definitely not commented on.
Yaisel waves at them. They may be pointing their spears at us, but Yaisel still waves.
They're not pointing their spears at you. They grab it like they don't seem aggressive, but they're definitely wary. There's a couple of them pick up, but others just look over. There's a lot of curiosity in people's eyes.
I'm gonna kind of like.
Ew.
Hello.
A couple of them see you waving, and they bring their hands like cupped up to their lips and kiss it and kind of offer their hands towards you from a distance.
I repeat the gesture.
Okay, yeah, it's just you bring both your hands together, like thumbs together, like you're gonna do a bird call. You just fists, and then just cover one fist with the other.
No.
And then just kiss your thumbs, and then offer it towards them. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I
As
figured it out. Look at
they
that.
do that, and you
I'm gonna
do it back to
this
them.
Everyone I see now.
And you see one of the older looking ones, definitely the oldest one you've seen there, looks wise to be in his 60s. You're guessing with how harsh this lifestyle is, he's probably in his like 30s or 40s. He motions you all over towards the fire.
Walk into
Nice
the
fire
fire.
you got here.
He looks over at you and spits out what is just absolute nonsense to you, and points over at the wooden house, like touching his lips and pointing over at the wooden house.
Oh, Alex. I have comprehend languages, I'm pretty sure.
You do.
Do you
will.
have it prepared?
Yes.
It's
Okay.
a ritual, isn't it?
Yeah. So I cast it as a ritual.
Yeah, if you want to spend 10 minutes to cast
I
that.
will do that.
You can.
Just hang on. Just
Mhm.
hang on one moment.
He touches his lips and points at the house once again.
Okay.
While he's doing
I
that,
nodded.
a couple of the people sitting around would pull what looks to be rat or rabbit and other such thing. And there's like a snake cooking up there as well. But judging by the food they have on, it seems like they probably travel pretty far to hunt, like enough that they're getting out of the mountains for some of it.
Okay.
As they pull out and offer you guys some of the meat they have skewered and cooking over it, as well as a couple of the larger rocks they pull off that have different leaves and stuff cooking in it. Very hunter-gatherers type meal, though.
Well, like, Yaisel will just take. Takes anything offered.
Okay.
Yeah, Lorelai will gladly eat anything they give her.
Okay.
Dre looks a little bit like off-put. He's like,
Make me an insight check, anybody who's taking the food.
Okay.
uh-oh.
19.
Okay.
21.
Okay. Just Lorelai. Dre's not taking any food.
Dre will, like, take a piece of, like, probably rabbit, something that's a little bit more upper class.
Sure. Make me an insight check.
It's a 5.
Okay. Dre takes it and just starts digging in. The others of you guys notice, as a few of them other are grabbing pieces, whenever they grab something, they tear off like a little piece or take a little bit from their cup and just like paw in the dirt, pour a little in or put it in, and just like bury a little bit of anything they're eating and then eat the rest.
Oh. I copied that action.
Okay, you tear off a little bit, put some under, and kind of make your little burial offering there.
Lorelai will do it, and then sort of like give them a I'll handle it motion and get Dre to do the same.
I want to hear this, please.
Hey, you're supposed to bury a little bit of it. You should take a little here, and she's just literally gonna reach over, pull some of his food out, and bury it.
Okay.
As he's just stuffing himself. It's like, yeah, this is pretty good.
As Barian, you finish your spell. What you would hear 10 minutes later is the tribe talking. They seem to have moved on from talking about you guys, as you just hear them chatting about the recent hunt and the
Okay.
highs and lows of the tribe lately.
In common. Can you understand me?
I don't think comprehend languages allows them to understand you, but they look towards you and you see the
No,
one.
but I would be able to know if they could from their
Yeah,
their
the
response.
one looks over. The old one tapped his lips and points. Only he speaks your tongue, which is the same thing he said every time you guys have done that.
And then when he says that, I'm like, kind of thing. I'm like letting them know that I can understand their voices.
He like cocks his head at you a little bit.
Only he speaks your tongue.
Who's he?
The one in the log cabin.
Should we go? Should we go?
Yeah, I guess it sounds like these ones can understand us.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
I'll
Alright.
knock.
Walk over.
You walk over as Yaisel, you go up and knock on, it's not a sturdy wooden door. It is like pine branches that have been, like shaped into a door that can be pushed open and kind of lashed together to make a doorway here.
I don't know my own strength, and I knock hard enough to knock it over.
As, you just put a fist through the pine branches with your knock, as you just, like, you can feel through the other side the warm air inside the cabin. And you hear a, "Can I help you?" from the other side in common. And the sounds of somebody getting up and stomping towards the door.
Oh, sorry.
You pull your arm back as the door opens up, and you would see a dragonborn female, blue scales, standing there.
Hello.
Hello? Is there a reason you're putting holes in my door?
I didn't mean to. It was a total accident.
Did
Is
you
it-
notice it's made out of branches?
No, I thought it was a normal door.
No, the branches literally forming the entirety of the door
No.
didn't give that away for you?
No, I just thought it was a normal door. What if it was sturdy enough to
I'm
have a
going-
normal lock?
Oh, all right. Okay.
Anyways, I'm getting my replacement door soon anyways.
Hello.
Hello, strangers. How are you here?
We walked.
We walked.
Why would you walk up here of all places?
Well, why are
We
you
heard
here?
you knew of some flumps.
Oh. Oh!
We were also told that you're the only one who speaks our language.
Are you from the palace or somewhere else?
Somewhere else.
Yes.
Yes to the somewhere else or to the palace?
Well, the palace told us to
Both.
find you, but we're not from the palace.
Got you. Alright, well, it's been some time since I heard from the palace. Well, yes, I know where to find them, and I have been watching over this area for some time.
Are you with
However...
the palace, or
Pardon?
are you with the palace?
I suppose so at this point.
Okay. What's your name? My name is Barian.
Tridu.
Tridu.
Yes.
Why would we-
Yaisel.
Nice to meet you, Yaisel.
I'm in the middle of an introduction. I'm like, I'm that Yaisel. I'm like,
She just shrugs at you, rolls her eyes.
I introduce.
She seems to already have a very formed opinion about this Yaisel character.
I introduce the others. We're just wondering if we could chat with you.
Yes, I suppose you can, of course, as long as you keep my presence here quiet
Okay.
when you go back. If you go back. They did mention
Yeah.
the creatures guarding the cave, right?
Wyverns.
Oh, just the wyverns.
Oh, there's other creatures now.
Well, yes.
Good information. Wonderfully. I'm glad we talked to you. About
Well,
this.
it's just the wyvern family, but then there's the other creature with them.
What's that?
They didn't mention it all. I included it in my report.
No, they didn't.
Well,
I heard about an alpha.
is that what they're calling it?
Well, I don't know.
And Lorelai's gonna pop detect thoughts just as she's hanging out.
Okay. You pop the detect thoughts, and you would feel the like kind of mirth as she's saying, Well, I think it'll be more exciting if you just know that it's not quite an alpha, as Lorelei would see an image of a gold dragon appear in her mind.
So, what is it?
Well,
You
it's,
know.
it's more than just an alpha, but it's more complicated than that. As Lorelei with like untapped access to her thoughts, you'd have like because this is what you guys are talking to her about. It seems that this group of wyverns adopted a gold dragon wormling that has been raised as a wyvern and thinks it's a wyvern.
Oh God. It thinks it has a poison sting tail, but it's in a gigantic club. Have you guys ever watched Dragonheart?
Mm-hmm.
He has that kind of tail, but
Yeah.
he thinks it's a poison sting.
Right. Yeah.
How about we have a conversation inside your humble abode?
I'd rather come out. It's cramped. She closes the door, and you see her just give a sour look at the hole in it.
All
I think
right.
it adds character.
Well,
I think getting my proper door built and brought up here will add better character than your fist holes, Punch Happy.
You'll always remember me by the hole in your door.
As I said, this is a temporary door, so no, I won't for one, and for two, I hope not for any other reason.
I can make another reason.
Oh, hey, that's kind of rude. She's not so bad once you get to know her, and she,
Doesn't punch
friendly
holes in
you.
your doors?
Yeah, I'd say give her a chance.
I didn't have ill intent.
Fine, I'll give her a
Who
chance.
knows? Maybe the two of you could get along.
I'll
and,
give her-
She's gonna turn to you and wink really up.
I'll give her a chance. As Lorelei would hear absolutely not in her head.
I'm gonna be like, well, it's been lovely having this wonderful conversation with all of you.
As she sits down, brings you guys around the fire, and says something towards the older person there. They said before, which you would understand, and just, Elder, they're with me.
What language is that?
I don't think it has a name.
Okay, well, I can understand it. I just can't speak to them.
Oh,
gonna-
you're familiar with it?
I have magic.
Ah,
I'm gonna
well,
ask
that's
him.
rich for my blood.
Can you tell him to say hello? How do you say hello?
And she'll teach you the word.
Like, hello, my name is.
I don't worry too much about names, and yours won't make sense to them anyway. It's just this. She teaches you the greeting towards them, which also involves the cupped hands and the.
Okay,
the
so then I would do the thing with and say
that,
like,
and that's a respectful greeting.
okay,
Yeah, go.
and
I
I
just pointed
I'm like,
myself
can you say
and
like,
said, Yeisel.
thank you for the hospitality?
They start discussing, which Yeisel would not be able to understand.
But I can.
But you and her would understand as they're discussing, like, what do you think that
Oh, I
means?
know.
And it's like, maybe she has a disease? And they're like looking at your chest where you pointed, like trying to figure out.
Oh.
They're just, like, talking about, like,
I'm like, yeah, you.
reason, I'm like, Yeisel.
Treedu says nothing to correct them.
Okay.
You were
I'm
saying
like,
something
I'm gonna
about-
tell guys. I'm like, stop doing what you're doing. They think you have a disease.
Disease?
Yeah, just maybe.
What's the disease?
They see you getting upset, and a couple of them like back up a little bit. Like
I'm like, it's very quietly under my. I'm like, I would.
one of them's like, "Quick, give her more food, calm her." As one of them, you see one of them like grab one of the roast sticks and like. It's just like a skewered snake that they like offer towards you, kind of like conciliatorily.
Like a trembling hand. Like,
I'm just like,
I apparently don't get gestures and I grab it very violently.
I think.
They like flinch back.
Usually, like, and I'm like,
I'm just like, Geisel, please just eat this slowly, and yeah, just eat it slowly.
they love me.
Yes. And then I turn to the person. Here.
starting tomorrow, I can give you an easier way to talk with them.
Okay, Lorelai, you wanna, or somebody want to talk? I'll just take notes.
With who?
I think he means me.
Yeah, can you maybe just fill us in on the whole situation here and what this alpha would be?
I think it'll be more entertaining for you guys to meet it in person.
I think it would be more entertaining knowing what we're going into.
I think you punched my door and you don't get to decide what's more entertaining.
I think that was a very threatening gesture, and I get to decide what I want.
I don't think it was threatening at all. Saucy, if anything.
Okay.
Aw, thanks.
No, me...
All right. I'm like, Yazel.
Here I
Yazel.
thought I was missing the city.
Yazel.
Yeah.
Can you just finish eating your snake? And I like send him.
Shut me up.
I send a message to Roscoe. I'm like, peck her in the head and then fly and don't let her catch you, but lead her on like around the camp. And Roscoe's like, oh, and he goes over and runs.
You wouldn't hear any of that. You would just feel Roscoe peck you on the back of the head hard and then fly off.
He flies about 15 feet, and then like whenever you get close to him, he like flies all over there. Like,
Are you chasing him?
I'm about to have cooked owl.
As you start running after this owl. He's faster
I
than you.
told you, a demon.
He'll lead you on a merry... Unless you do something, like, intelligent to catch him, he's faster than you and will lead you on a merry chase.
I have no intelligence.
Yeah. So she starts running around trying to catch this owl, just shouting expletives at it.
He's
as the rest
dropping
of you
pine
run
cones on her, and like, I'm like, okay, all right, fine, we're able to.
I'm pretty sure you just asked somebody else to talk. So if somebody wants to take that up, sitting here is lovely and all, but I do have a nice warm hut.
I look at Lorelai and Dre.
I don't know.
I'm gonna ask Kayna to do it.
Big
do you have
eye
anything
roll.
else? Do you have anything else to tell us? Like,
I
just
can
gonna.
show you the way to the cave.
All right, why don't you do that?
Do you want to go tonight?
No, in the
Well,
morning.
no, but I'm just getting a groundwork of what we have at our disposal.
Well, yes, we can go in the morning. You should be good to set up your tent anywhere that is not around this fire, so somewhere, around the outskirts. Take care not to roll off the edge of a cliff in your sleep. Don't talk about this area to anybody else ever. Especially don't mention me, and I'll see you in the morning.
Have you
As she grabs a little bit of food and, tears a piece off of it and
have
hauls it
you
into the ground.
been to the Flumps?
No.
Okay, so you've never been to the cave.
Oh, I've been to the cave.
Okay, are they deep in?
Oh, well, they travel around the network of caves.
Oh, is there any dangers that we should know about in the caves?
Well, they're caves, and creatures sometimes lair in them, like wyverns.
Oh, they're in the caves.
Yes.
Oh, I thought they were out on the mountain slopes.
Well, the wyverns live in the cave and hunt around the mountain slopes.
Are we gonna have to sneak by them, or are we gonna how many wyverns are we talking here?
Including their alpha, 5, and some children.
Is there eggs?
I have no idea. I haven't been in the caves.
We're not taking wyvern eggs.
I never said we were.
Good, we're on the same page then.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Well, if anyone else has anything to say, I'm gonna tell Roscoe come back.
Okay, as you get led back
And
over to
he's,
the campfire.
He is waiting right on your chair as you run up to him,
There's no chairs. You guys are
or
just
wherever,
cross-legged.
the stump, or wherever. And just as you get to him, I snap. He disappears.
I'm going to kill that bird. He's dead meat.
I just look at him like, what bird?
Your bird.
Oh,
The white one.
what was he doing?
What? You were there? He was flying around? You pecked me.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry,
I
Isaac.
know. You are acting like I am crazy.
I will tap him back. I'm gonna snap him onto my knee.
I go to grab him by the throat.
Roll to hit.
Natural 20.
Do you want to do damage?
Yeah, I do.
As you pick him up and just crush, and he, you destroy him. As you crush his windpipe, he just cloud of smoke that briefly dissipates away.
Yeah. I'm looking to see how the other people react.
You see them backing away from the scary lady, and you hear them muttering. You still have the translate, and it's like, sorceress. She's a witch. She can destroy things with a grasp. As the old man is like, we must prepare an offering, and leaves, and he's gonna come back a bit later with a couple of leaves that have been dried into a cup and he's gonna offer it towards you, like above his head, like bowing towards you as he offers this towards you. You can't understand a word, but you would hear, "Please do not destroy our settlement, please."
They're telling you not to destroy their.
I take whatever it is and I sniff it, and I'm like, I nod. All they do is see me nod.
You can definitely, like, the alcohol, like, kind of hits your nose. You have no idea what it's made out of, but yeah, it's definitely alcoholic.
I tell you, I'm like, they think you're a sorceress and you can destroy things with your hands. They're telling you not, please don't destroy their village.
So I have power, is what you're saying.
You have
Whatever
fear.
figment it is, yes, you do currently.
Let's see how good the alcohol is.
As you would see Tridu trying to explain to them what actually happened, as she does not want to see them revere or respect this lady in any way. She did not get great on her persuasion check. Let's see how they do in understanding. They did not get great on understanding. They leave the alcohol with you. The fear seems to abate a little bit, but if you move too quick, they flinch, for sure.
I'm like, also, you killed Roscoe. He's my best friend in the world. And I don't have the components to do that spell anymore.
He shouldn't have led me around.
He is
I said I'd kill him.
he's a
I
f-
would go back on my
Good riddance.
he's a free spirit.
Can you get him back somehow?
Nope.
Cool.
I
No?
can't. And I'm
Not
gonna
at all?
like, so ask the other. I'm like, where can we sleep?
As I said, find somewhere at the edge of the settlement. Hopefully
Okay.
not too close to the
Like,
cliffs.
to discourage.
Oh, also, don't climb up the rocks that way. It's some holy place of theirs, and they'll get up in arms.
Okay. I just discouraged. Walk over to my start setting up a tent.
Just a mopey burying.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I say to the rest of the people here, his best friend in the world was an owl. Couldn't
That's
think of
sad.
anyone else. Couldn't think of anyone else to, be his lifelong companion,
I'm
go
right
everywhere
here.
with him, do anything for him. It is what it is.
Well, I'll
You know,
leave you all
you
to
started-
that. As Tridu, like, excuses
Why-
herself
Why are
awkwardly,
you still here? Yeah.
gets up, takes a bit of her food with her as she walks back towards her cabin.
I'm gonna.
Have I told you? Have you noticed he started wearing all that spider silk stuff? It's like he doesn't want me around.
We're right here, and you chose an owl.
Yep.
That's absolutely intolerable.
Alright. He's a nerd anyway.
Are you guys saying this loud enough for him to hear?
Yeah. Make
I
a
am.
perception check, like we're not necessarily being subtle.
I'm not far. Like, I'll make a
It's
perception
not a
check.
big place. It's not that tiny that you would have to be able to hear it, but
Yeah,
Can
where's
I
the-
put my hand on, what's his...
Dre?
Alex, what's your...
Even Dre?
I'm put my hand on Dre's shoulder. Box. It's
8.
okay.
That's a 12.
Thank you.
Do I hear?
What's the total?
12.
Probably not.
Okay, I don't hear you.
Okay, wait, are there feathers? Is there like a feather that I can magically find on the ground?
Nope, they're all gone.
Of the owl? No, he's completely...
Unless
No, I mean,
one of them would cause
Oh,
you.
I mean, there's, yeah, there's some birds that they've, like, caught
I just
and...
need to pick up a singular feather.
Yeah, you see an area where they seem to prepare a lot of their food, and you can grab a feather there from one of the birds they've slaughtered.
I walk up to the Baron and say, "Here's your new best friend."
She
Hands
grabs it,
you a
looks at
sparrow
it.
feather.
Thanks.
So really,
I appreciate it.
I'm sorry for killing your bird. It didn't bleed, which didn't bring me the satisfaction that I wanted.
I know, he was real special.
No.
One of a kind. And he'll tuck the feather into his breast pocket and just keep setting up the tent.
Okay. Walk away.
I've just realized I've had you guys muted since the break.
Oh no.
I unmuted our second audio and it has been me and Dan's voice doubled since the break.
This is gonna be the
Oh,
worst. I'm so
no.
sorry, guys.
Weirdest stream.
We have had horrible technical difficulties. Don't worry, the person that has been fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
On a side note, we are in the market for a new dungeon master.
So this won't even work on YouTube. Right?
no, we'll put it on YouTube. You can probably get most of everything from my side of it. The only things people would have like super missed is Yaisel threatening to kill Roscoe
Bird.
all the way through,
And then-
Yeah,
and then feeling bad after when she realized he's like dead and
And
gone
she
now.
did kill Roscoe.
And then not feeling that bad, but giving him a feather. She gave him a sparrow
Yeah, I
feather
don't-
that she found.
It's not like
And then the other thing you'd
It's
miss is that Lorelai has not shared what she found with her her ability to read minds with the rest of the group. And Dre, when Barian left, was like, "Did you all hear that?" He chose the owl as his lifelong friend and was pretty salty. And he was like, and he's wearing that spider shit. I don't think he wants me around. So I think that's. There might
Yeah,
be
that's
some stuff during
everything.
the travel, but-
Was the navigation stuff after the break?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, and then you missed
Alright.
Barian being all salty.
Well, you would have gotten Barry inside. of it.
Marion was salty, but for no reason.
But Lorelai did not rub it in when they ended up in the right
Yeah.
place.
We'll do better. And
Yaisel called them children.
All right.
yeah. Okay, now that we're all back, yeah, we're going to sleep.
Yeah, someone in the comments put a timestamp to when we explain everything that happens.
So
Actually, I should probably put that in the comments.
so that's the thing. Yeah,
All right.
wonderful. I just can't
Yeah,
imagine
it's
watching that
fine.
and just hearing me say things over and over
Right.
again. Oh, you think you're cool? Silence for 2 minutes. Yeah, he's dead. He was one of a kind. Who is he talking about?
The entire time you were doing that too, like Yaisel wasn't agreeing with you. You're like, he's one of a kind. Yaisel's like, no, he's a bird.
Yeah. So
Well, as soon as we're like set up in our tent, Lorelai's gonna be. So, how do you feel about dragons?
Who's
You guys don't have a shared tent, so who
All
are
of
you saying
you.
this to? Okay.
Oh,
well, they're wyverns.
Well, most of them are.
Yeah, the alpha. I'm some type.
Yeah,
of...
their alpha is a gold dragon.
What?
Yeah, I saw it in her mind when she
It's like
was
an arcana.
taunting
Or
you.
something to know what I would know if I know anything about gold dragons.
13? That'd be a history check.
17
What's your history? 17 with
plus
history?
4, so 17 total.
Okay. Let me grab this. With the 17, what you would know about gold dragons is obviously they are metallic dragons, which are they tend to be the friendlier type of dragon, usually considered more good aligned.
Allowed.
You would also know that they eat their preferred diet is like gemstones and pearls.
Okay.
They like to eat treasure, and you'd know that they are hoarders of wealth and shapeshifters.
I relay this to all of you. I can't see a gold
Wait, they
dragon.
eat money?
Well, gemstones and stuff.
That's weird.
they eat rich.
That's a yes.
Little on the nose, but sure.
But yeah, I don't know. I can't see them. Really, it's with the wyverns.
Yeah, that's all I know is
Okay, well, I don't want to fight a gold dragon.
well, we have to find these flumps apparently, or
Well,
whatever your plan is.
I think maybe we should go for the sneak variety.
Well, you said they're friendly?
They usually are. This one's living with wyverns in a pack of them. I feel like that's
Alright,
a variable.
Alright, but I mean, did I get a sense of how big it was?
You could roll me a history check. You have disadvantage because all you got was an image in her mind, which did not come with much context for size.
Alright, that's 2.
No, you do not know how big it is.
Well, it's yeah, what I know from dragons is they're pretty big.
Okay.
Don't know about this one though.
Okay. Well, Either way, there's not really any way to get around it, so we'll figure it out.
Right.
I'm gonna go to bed,
Okay. You lay up in your tent.
but I do my things before I go. I'm gonna send a message to
Sasha.
Sasha
Okay.
and just be like, things are going good today. Might have to. Things are going good. Shouldn't see you soon.
What was that worrying pause in between the two things are going good? Are you okay?
Things are going
Are you
good.
casting again to send another
Yeah.
one?
They're just ghoster.
I'm good. Just having a rough sleep.
I like the thought that it's like
is it cold?
he's gonna say something,
No.
they find it worrying, and then you repeat the exact same thing that you
Uncomfortable in
just
the
said.
mountain.
That is an extra word. Just kidding.
Trying to find out how many wyverns there are. Should see you soon.
Make me a deception check.
Well, and then Lorelai got 26 insight to see, do you actually care about this bird, or are you just playing it up to make people feel bad?
I really care about Roscoe, but I was definitely playing it up to make her feel bad.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
All right, then Lorelai doesn't comfort you.
What did you get? Sorry.
What's that?
Oh, right. Yes. 8.
Okay, 7.
7. Okay. You get back. Well, be careful. I'm pretty sure those things are dangerous.
Can't reply. Go to bed.
Okay. All right. You guys awake the next morning. Do you guys leave a watch out? Or do you just sleep in the camp?
Do we
Just
trust
sleep.
these people? I
I-
mean, they fear your wrath, so
We should do a watch. I think we should.
I
do
feel
a
like I
watch.
shouldn't watch if I'm just gonna scare them all the time that I'm awake.
We should do a watch.
Okay.
If you guys are in agreement on that, then everybody make me a perception check.
yeah.
20 for Kena and a 3 for Dan.
Oh God.
8.
8,
7.
7.
A natural one for Lorelai.
Wow.
Alex, can you knock 10 gold off of my spell components?
Yeah, of course I can. It'd
what
be
did-
my pleasure.
What did Dre get?
A 14.
Okay. Dre wakes up. Actually, Dre doesn't get a watch, as you guys all awake the next morning to a sleeping Lorelei.
So, during my shift, I have resummoned Roscoe,
Okay.
and I have taken, like, coal, and I'm like, hey, stop fussing. And I've made, like, coal kind of, like army stuff on his face, and, like, made him look all weird. And then I, like, took a couple of, like, wispy, like, pieces of cloth from my disguise kit and, like, put it into his, like, feathers around his head.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, as soon as she wakes up, I want you to be, like, just far enough that she sees you, and just give her, like, a and then fly away up into the up into the trees where, you know, where you can't see, where she can't see you.
All right. You all awake the next morning to a sleeping Lorelei. And Yeisel, as you come out, an owl that screeches at you that looks
You recognize
fairly
him.
similar to Roscoe with some weird stuff added, who screeches at you and flies off up into the mountains out of sight.
Beryl, you could take that bird. It looks the same.
Beryl?
Beryl, your barrel. That's Box. Beryl and
My
Box.
full name is Boxman.
Okay, alright. Sounds good, Bull.
Did you just call me Bowl?
Bowl, yes, like soup bowl.
You're gonna have a second dead bird.
What bird are you talking
If you
about?
don't start calling me by Yaisel, you'll be the dead one.
Look, Roscoe's dead. I don't know what you're talking
Wait,
about.
hang on a second. Dre says, like, yawning and stretching. How come you're allowed to give us nicknames?
Because I'm better.
Anyway,
I don't believe that at all.
still looking dejected.
Let's arm wrestle right now.
Yaisel, I don't know what you're talking about. Roscoe's dead.
Yeah, I know. That bird looked the same. You could just take it.
I didn't see a
Don't
bird.
sweat it, Y-Dog.
I didn't see a bird, Yaisel. I don't know what you're talking about.
You guys always make me out to sound crazy. I'm gonna go find that bird.
I
And
talk.
I'm gonna kill it a second time.
I snap him away. Like,
Okay.
when he gets over there, and
Alright.
I tell like Barian in his head, I'm like,
You
And-
are Barian.
or no, I tell Dre in his head and Lorelai, I'm like,
You can't tell Lorelai in her head.
but I'm sure she can hear. I'm like, Dre.
Only if she's using her detect
Oh,
thoughts.
okay. I'm like, Dre, pretend that you didn't see the bird, and then I'm going to like, just kind of like whenever as she's going, I'm like, tell Lorelai and Kana quick, pretend you didn't see the bird.
What bird?
Okay, never mind.
Kana,
Yeah.
this is very important.
Okay.
There was a white bird here, okay?
Okay.
And this is our secret. This is one of our secret missions. We're gonna have so many of them. We
Okay.
need to find a white bird, a white owl.
I like
Yeah.
owls. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, it's very important that we find this white owl. It's for your friend. He's very sad because his other one disappeared.
Oh, that's okay. He's done that before. He comes
No,
back.
no. He disappeared forcefully by my hand.
Yeah.
So we need
Forcefully
to
by my
replace
hand.
it.
Yeah, but that's happened before because sometimes he gets like hit with an arrow or something, and then he just brings him back later.
So the owl's mad. It's not real.
I don't know.
You've been bit by him. He's very real. Like that's what you would know.
Okay.
And,
well,
no, like
we need to
Kana.
find
You've
it.
been bit by.
And
you've
Kana's
been
had so
struck
many
by
pets.
a spoon owl.
We need to replace it. Okay, Kana. It's very important.
Okay.
Thank you. It's that direction, or it's by him, because maybe it's following like a ghost, or it's the second spirit of this.
So make me a survival
Yeah.
check to try to find this owl with Kana.
That is absolutely unfindable.
Is anyone gonna wake up Lorelai or just leave her sleeping?
Oh no, I would wake her up.
I got 19.
Okay.
Okay.
You do not find the owl. Up in the rocks, after climbing precariously away from the settlement, you do find the string and like some coal dust and some string and stuff that looked like it was on the owl when you saw it before.
I pick it up, and
Also, I rolled an encounter for you up there, so I need to go
Well,
figure out what you come across up in the sky.
Before that, just real quick, as Ari gets woken up, you hear her go like, Ari! And then you can see for a split second, she's like terrified and really shaken up. And then as soon as she sees your face, like poker face is up and there's nothing.
I know you said Ari, right?
Yep.
I note the name. I don't say anything. I'm like, morning.
She doesn't say anything. She just walks away from you.
Okay.
what do I encounter?
A gold dragon.
I'm gonna.
Bird. Just,
I'm looking for a bird.
I wish no
with
matter
this
how
size.
terrifying
I
or how
don't-
large or how small, all animals made the sound when they were biting. It's like,
I need you to make me a perception check.
Okay. 18.
Okay. You up in the mountains. You look up above you as you're going, as you hear a little bit of rolling thunder, which is out of place for the otherwise gorgeous morning that it has been so far. And as you glance over, you see a little higher up, traveling just above, and it looks like it's going to have to rise to go over the mountains, a thundercloud going by. But you spy, built on top of it, what looks like a fortress built atop the cloud.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
oh,
It's definitely Goku.
Yeah, totally.
But now he's built a
Okay.
fortress on his cloud.
I go back, I give the ashen string, and I report my findings.
Okay, you come back and tell them about it as you saw it just drifting away from you a little ways off. Once you go down, it's out of sight at that point, and it was moving away from you, so you imagine it's getting further away. You get down to your companions. You bring back the string that you had seen on the owl, a little bit of the like charcoal that you found on the ground around it, and report to your companions about the floating fortress you saw.
You'll never guess what I found.
What?
It wasn't the owl. It wasn't a white bird. It was a fortress on a cloud.
I feel your forehead.
What? I see the string and stuff you're holding in your hands. I'm like, what's that?
It was on the ground where the owl was, or close to it. It's
Those are some of.
Okay.
The Roscoe's
Shut up
favorite,
about that.
No, they were some of Roscoe's
What is
favorite
this
things.
castle?
I'm
So,
gonna grab
I
them from
was-
her hands, and I'm going to like fall down to my knees. I'm like, I don't know how those got there. They must have been somehow brought by his ghost. I'm rolling.
I'm not.
performance.
Make me a
I'm not
deception
any,
check.
I'm not
Performance.
smart, but
This
maybe you
is
should move on
absolutely a
from the owl.
deception.
I'm doing a performance.
I'm kind of confused, and I'm like, maybe you should move on
4,
from your dead
5.
creature.
Okay, yeah, you see him fall and like try really hard to like fake weep over this. It is
I'm just
not very
confused.
convincing.
My response is literally, okay. Maybe you should move on.
Okay. How high was the cloud?
Above a rock.
Okay, could we get up to it?
No.
Marion, you can fly. We can definitely get up to it.
And I should fly up to the fortress by myself.
Yes. Well, there could be so much stuff in there.
There could
It was
also
a little.
be
And it was
an
on a
avenging
dark.
god.
Hey! It was on a dark storm cloud. So I'd assume it's not a friendly fortress.
Oh, sounds even more ominous.
No, it's the thunder and lightning would keep other scoundrels looking for loot at bay, which means all the loot will still be there.
What
think
about the scoundrels inside the fortress?
And no one would be stupid enough to fly up to a cloud.
I look at Baron. I look at Baron.
I look directly at Dre. I'm like, yes, no one would be stupid enough to fly up there by themselves. And I turn around and walk away.
All right, so you're gonna do it, right?
Maybe we just. You know what? Go up.
I can't.
No, not you.
Okay, good.
Daryl.
I don't want to do it. Marion,
All right, anything for you, Bull. And I take off flying.
Okay.
Tyler, no.
With
look
your
at that. I give you a friendly
And
like punch on the arm.
with
He called you bull.
I slap your hand away. Don't
I know.
touch me.
I apologize.
So you fly up with your speed, and given her heading, you would be able to catch up to this thing.
And what do I see?
Okay, flying up, you would see, flying after it, once you get high enough to be able to see it and start to gain on it, you would see a fortress with 4 turrets coming out of the different corners of it.
Yeah.
No outer walls, however, there is a... there's like a courtyard, and on the edge of the courtyard, you would see a domed building with humongous archways to it. As you're getting closer, you realize this fortress is huge, like way bigger than it needs to be. The gate is just this massive, like 25-foot tall archway of stone with double doors to it. Looking in, you can see flying in and out of the domed building in the courtyard what looks like giant hawks that are like coming in and out of what appears to be some sort of like stone eyrie that's been built on the edge of it.
I'm going to try and sneak around just to one of the turrets.
Okay, go ahead and make me a stealth check.
What's that?
That's a 7.
Okay.
It's a natural 20.
Okay. They're the natural 20.
What do you have that's giving you advantage?
My boots.
This is sight, not sound. So you do not have advantage. You are
Okay,
at a
then I would
7.
cast invisibility on myself. Same thing.
Both are concentration, which means you would lose your fly.
Oh, never mind. Fine. Okay.
All right. You fly out, going towards the turret.
I still have a 15.
With your 7? It's 15?
Yes.
Okay. You fly over towards the turret.
You have a 16.
16, sorry.
16. All right.
Actually, it might be more than
No, it's a
that.
+9.
Well, 3 plus 5 is 8 plus expertise.
It's 3 plus 3 plus 3.
My dex.
You only
is
have a
all-
6.
Oh,
You only
yeah,
have a
9,
16
9.
dex.
Yeah, 9.
Okay. You fly over towards this. As you're moving towards it, you would hear. You're still about 40 feet away when you hear the creak of some sort of wood at the top, and you would see stepping up above it. Let me just look at this. Get a good description here. You would see what appears to be a man with kind of like electric blue hair stepping up above it. He is far too large to be a man, though. As you see a giant stepping up, and his eyes sweep over at you as he grabs something set at the edge of this turret and is going to hurl it at you.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
that is a 28.
Are we rolling initiative? Because I'm not surprised.
No, you're not surprised.
So I roll initiative then.
But he did see you, so he's coming up to throw at you. Sure, roll initiative.
Because there's things I can do if I'm...
Yeah. It's a 14.
That's a 17.
17, and he got a 13.
Okay, so I go first.
What are you doing?
Well, bonus action, Blade Song.
Okay.
And I'm going to... Yeah, keep just moving to where I was going.
Okay, that is a 28 to hit you.
That will hit.
Okay. As he hurls a giant square piece of stone that just rocks through the air. That is 35 damage. As this stone hits you, and when it gets to you, it's like the size you are as you get rocked in the air by this massive hurtling piece of masonry.
Yeah, so 35, you said?
Yes.
So 17 I have to beat. What's that?
It looks like a 14.
Yeah, I've already beat it. I
Yeah.
have advantage anyways. So.
As you get smashed by this stone.
I'm going to say out in Giant. I'm just
Do
coming.
you speak giant?
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't. I'll say out in Common. Can you understand me?
Uh,
That's my free action.
okay. The giant turns towards you. It seems to understand you.
I'm just here to talk. I'm not here to hurt you. Why do you throw a stone at me?
Yell, make me a persuasion check, actually.
Oh, my God.
-1. Do 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 do.
4.
All right, that's a 3. I'm gonna have to talk to you about this because like I'm bad at talking, but I'm not like incompetent of doing anything with words. Like
Yeah,
that's how I
but-
feel right now.
Right, but you're trying to parlay with a creature that's already been hostile towards you, so
Okay.
that makes sense. As he's going to shout back, "Stay back from our palace, Ant!"
Okay, fine. I'll stay back. I'm not here to threaten you or anything. I just
hefts a rock and is just kind of tossing it up and down in his hand.
was wondering. I saw the cloud. I thought I'd come say hello and see who the denizens are.
He's still just hefting
I'm-
the stone.
I mean,
are you
you
flying
know-
towards him, or are you stopped?
I'm just staying parallel with
Okay.
them.
He's going to cock it back towards you, threateningly, but he hasn't thrown it yet.
How far am I from them?
You're about 40 feet.
I'm gonna go 65.
Okay.
So he would have disadvantage anyway. It's a hurled rock, isn't it?
It does not. No, he doesn't have disadvantage anyways. This is a thing giants are known for, is
Okay.
hurling stones.
I've never met a
Fly
giant.
back to 65 feet.
No, I stay at 45 where
Okay.
I was. If it doesn't make sense.
Well, you don't know if 65 would make a difference, but he doesn't have disadvantage currently. is what I
Sure.
say.
I just wanted to talk. If you're not willing to talk, I'll leave. But I was just curious.
Stay away from the palace, then.
Okay. Are you like? What's your name? My name's Barian.
I don't want to talk to you, Ant.
Okay, I'm gonna fly into the thing.
Okay, he's going to throw a rock at you.
Okay. I am cast. Yeah,
It's a 17.
that misses.
Okay, as you
I'm
like,
flying in. I'm
whip
going
around
to. So yeah, and I'm going to grab a use a like my dagger, and I'm going to chip off a chunk of stone from the tower.
roll me an attack check. It's a 4.
Well, rolling, I have more than one attack.
Yeah, sure. That's an at 20.
Okay, I want a chunk of that fortress.
Yeah, as you can fly over and break off a piece of it. The first one is ching, and you like feel your dagger like dull a bit at the top. You're like, ah, damn it, and put it in again and manage to break off a chunk from the masonry that's as large as you are for the most part.
Yeah, I just take a chunk, put it into my pouch, and fly off.
Okay.
I fly down below it, so he would have a very hard time throwing a rock at me.
Well, the towers are made to be able to attack somebody.
I
Definitely.
fly like this.
Right. So he's gonna have.
like through the cloud, underneath the cloud.
So you want to fly through the cloud that it's on?
I just go down and around.
Down and around. Okay, so he's gonna get one attack on you before you're out of range. Then.
Okay.
And that is a 30.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that.
That is 33 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Okay.
Actually, no, I think I am dead.
You begin to
Because,
plummet.
Alex, what's my health?
Your health is 41.
35 plus 30 is 70. So that would be 25, which is more than half my health. I am dead.
No, it's your full
it's got
health.
to be your full health. It's got to be your entire health in damage.
I'm making death saving throws.
Uh,
For my first one here, what's that?
just wait. So you will hit the cloud that you're on.
I flew past the cloud.
No, he still had to throw at you before you got past the
Okay,
cloud. So this
sure.
would be when you're over it still. That is a 17 on your first death saving throw. Go ahead.
Holy
and make
shit.
a second. That is a 3.
Okay, failure.
Okay. Go ahead and make another one.
I wonder how
That is a
Barian's doing up
3
there.
again.
Failure.
As
It'll be fun.
I'm sure.
okay, make me another one. That is a 6.
Failed. Dead.
Well then.
Yo. Yo.
I need to go look at something. As the rest of you, how long do you
You just
wait
had to-
before you begin to worry?
Well, as soon as he's out of sight.
Yeah, I feel like we kind
I
of.
was out of sight before I
Follow.
got to the fortress.
I feel like we would have, trailed after you
Yeah.
to see what happens.
You would that would involve climbing mountains. There's no way you'd be able to trail after him.
Mm.
An hour passes as you guys wait at this camp.
I'm dead. I will let you guys figure out what you're doing.
Alright, where is he? Alright, Jay's gonna go looking for him.
Okay. You climb up the rocks that she had pointed to before. You get up there and begin to search the clouds. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Alright, Dre's great at these. It's a dirty 20.
Okay. You don't see any fortress cloud. However, you do see what would have once been a whole cloud that has been split in twain by something passing through it that leads higher up into the mountains and over.
Right? I'll follow.
Okay.
And I assume I'm bringing people with me. Like,
Are you? Are
I'm
people
going.
coming along?
yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Okay.
I need everybody to, as you guys are now mountain climbing.
Okay. Plus.
All right.
21.
21? Okay.
All right. Ooh, good job, Dre. It's
That's 20,
a 19 for Lorelai and a natural 20 for Dre.
Okay. You guys all make your way over this like first mountain that's between you and where this thing was going. You guys were already pretty high up, so it would be about 20 minutes later that you guys would find yourselves cresting this mountain. And from here, you'd be able to see. You're in the mountain ranges, so there's more like bowls and valleys and peaks, and even higher mountains in different spots. But from here, you guys would be able to see the fortress out over one of the bowls between the different mountains, floating along 600 feet away from you guys.
That's what I thought. That was the fortress.
That's the one. Well, where's
Yeah, if it was 20 minutes, I'd already be dead on the cloud.
It's an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, then I'm already very
Well,
dead on
a
the
little
cloud.
less, but yeah, at least an hour.
all right? Well, and I'm gonna keep following it,
Oh,
like
no,
looking around for anything.
Okay. You continue following. Looking at its speed, it's not something you're going to be able to catch up with. Make me a perception check with Lorelai.
Right? Uh-huh. That is a 23.
23. Okay. Lorelai, looking around, kind of glances back, and actually glances over one of the nearby mountains. That's like the peak is like visible from where you are. She would see a giant eagle perched on it, and on its back, that old man from the camp that you guys were at is sitting on its back, just astride it, and seems to be watching you guys with like head cocked. As you're starting to get a sense of how they're able to hunt in the plains despite being 3 days from them.
She's going to wave over and beckon him down.
Okay. He will take off, and it will soar and just kind of come to a land next to the group of you there, and he'll mutter something unintelligible to you all.
She's gonna cast tongues on him.
Okay. He's a little taken aback by the magic, but he lets her finish the spell, and then looks at her like kind of wide-eyed as the magic takes hold. But he doesn't say anything because he has no idea what's happened.
Have you seen the man who was with us?
He almost falls off the bird. I can understand your tongue.
Yeah, just temporarily. We need your help.
What are you doing up here? You're supposed to be going with our friend
Yeah, well,
from the wood
our friend
place.
came up here and we haven't seen him. So, he was going after that, and she'll point at the.
He looks over. Oh, a giant fortress. Why would he go after that? They are
I
not
don't
always
know.
friendly people, the giants. Although sometimes we do trade with some of them.
Well, he hasn't been back, so we need to find him. Have you seen anything?
No, I just followed you when you started climbing without the girl
Right.
from the wood place.
All right. Well, can you get us there?
That is a dangerous business.
Well, we don't want anything from them. Just need to see where he's at.
Make me a persuasion check.
Right. That is a 23. It's a good roll.
I can fly us there, but we should not go empty-handed. Do you have gifts?
Oh, what do they like?
Depends on the group. We've traded some of the things we make before that were beautiful that they liked. One time we had found some strange stone. It glowed and we kept it in our place of our bonfire overnight. They took that as a gift, and that was when we first got any kind of pets, the eagle, as he says that.
Right. Dre will pull out the jewels we got from the Drider assassins.
Which jewels were those?
I have written down Drider assassin jewels.
Yeah, the 3 stones. I think it's 3. Yes,
Yeah.
the black gems. Okay.
Do we use detect magic on those? Do those have magic on them?
They did not, no.
Okay.
Well, those look like fine stones.
Would they like them?
They liked our stone, although ours was much brighter and finer than this one.
Well, we don't have time. This is the best we have right now.
Well, I can carry one of you. Perhaps another in the claws, but she's not well trained for this.
Right. Well, Yaisel, do you want to keep looking around here?
Yeah, I'll
We'll
stay
go.
on the ground.
Okay.
All right. Who is going in the claws and who is riding on the back of the creature?
We'll say Dre will ride in the claws.
Okay. I need Dre to make me an athletics or an acrobatics check.
That's a 14.
Okay. I need to see how the creature does with this instruction. All right. Lorelai climbs on the back with him, and he just grabs like a handful of Lorelai's cloak with like no regard for what's come for. Just grabs that, holds onto it. As there's no saddle to this thing, he's just like from practice staying astride this thing. As he whistles at it a couple of times and points towards Dre, it's going to pick you up in its claws and take off as you're suddenly now going into the air as the ground is just rapidly dropping away from you as you go over the bowl between the mountains here. As you're going, the bird is like looking down at you occasionally and going up, and at some point seems to kind of lose interest. And you feel it where it's holding you just start to slacken and begin to let go. What are you doing?
I'm gonna like try and reach and grab onto its like leg.
Okay, you're gonna try to like suck tight to the leg as well as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Make me a strength saving throw.
All right. That's a dirty 20.
Okay, you rapidly like climb up the leg and just like hug tight to it as the thing kind of like shakes you a bit, and you see him like glance over and give a sharp whistle to it as it just holds the leg there underneath you as it flaps along. You see all of you getting closer and closer to this, and from the air you would be able to see there's one giant standing out. Looks to be a female by the long blue hair, almost like blue fire that hangs down around her head, who is looking down at something on the ground. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Ooh, shit.
Ooh,
So that is 10 o'clock.
Are you okay if I catch a ride back? I'm gonna bring a few things. That's why I'm asking.
No, because I'm going to be picking Sydney up.
Or do you have to pick her up? Or
Well, it's kind of our agreement. As if she got her license, I would let her drive
okay.
back.
I'm okay to wait. Like if you bring her
Right, but
back.
I also need to get home to go to sleep to work tomorrow.
Okay.
So, that is the end of our session tonight, folks. On that note,
Jeez.
we will return here
Yeah.
next week. As always, you can find us on YouTube, Discord, and TikTok, and Facebook under Adventure Corp. If you want to get on the Discord and send a message to Calicintel, I can get you into the group chat with the players, which is, well, the potential to be a lot of fun. And we also have my open source inspiration channel on there, where people can just share stuff for other people to steal for ideas for D&D. But that's us, signing off, everybody. Good night.
Bye.